Hey everyone, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I am your tarot reader, Cody. In today's reading, we're going to be doing what makes you attractive. Yeah, I think in today's reading, I want to pull personal messages for like specific types of people that are attracted to you and why they find you attractive. Yeah, so keep that in mind when we're doing the reading. I'm going to pull for like personalities, essentially, or like types of people. And I don't think I've done one of these readings in a long time, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one. And we're going to be trying to find out like why they find you attractive. We'll pull physical traits too. Oh yeah, I see my bold physical traits right now. We can pull physical traits too, and we'll get into kind of like why each type of person finds you attractive. For some of you, these may just relate to specific people. But for most importantly, I'm trying to get them to represent a type of person, or kind of like a type that always goes for you or that always finds you attractive. Giving you guys like a little bit of a range of like different types. I'll try to pull like 3 different types for each group. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reading. If you guys don't know how a pick a card works, you choose one of the crystals before you, 1 through 5. Starting with 1 at this end, 2, 3, 4 to 5. And after you select your crystal based on instincts, intuition, which one you think looks the prettiest, whichever way you choose, you go into the description box where there will be groups associated with each crystal and timestamps associated with those groups. You click the timestamp associated with your group and crystal, and that'll fast forward you to your reading. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, let me show you the groups one by one, and then we will get into the reading. So after I show you the groups one by one, you can pause the video here if you need more time to select your crystal, or you can pause the video right now if you want to not wait until after I show you. So whichever way you want to work it. But I'll give you that chance to pause. Okay, so now we have Chrysoprase. This is group 1. So group 1 is the Chrysoprase. Kind of a cool stripe right there, and then more of the green in that stone right there. So this is Chrysoprase. I think it's also could be pronounced Chrysoprase. I know my pronunciation is probably not perfect with these crystals. Group 2 is Black Tourmaline. So a great stone for protection. And yeah, it's really cool Black Tourmaline, kind of smooth finish. And then we have, for our third group, we have Spirit Quartz. Spirit Quartz is cool because it has a lot of tiny little crystals covering a bigger crystal point. So you got all those little tinier crystals covering that point. So that's Spirit Quartz, that's group 3. Group 4, we have Prehnite. People on my channel like this one because it looks like grapes. But this is the Prehnite crystal. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what this, I can't remember the term for the crystal when it makes these spherical patterns, right? There's like a specific term for it. But yeah, that's Prehnite. And last but not least, we have this little baby Amethyst in the group. I was picking all the crystals for this reading, and this one jumped out last. Kind of wanted to tag along. So this is this little Amethyst. So lovely purple crystally stone. Yeah, so I'll give you guys all the time you need to pick your crystal. Remember, this is the moment where you need to pause the video if you need more time to select. If you like to take your time choosing the crystal, then this is your time to pause the video. So without further ado though, I'm going to get along into the readings with group 1 with the Chrysoprase. Hey group 1, this is if you picked this Chrysoprase right here, this lovely dark green, forest green stone. Fun fact, I like to charge Chrysoprase in a bowl with grass blades. Like I think it provides a really good energetic source for Chrysoprase because it looks kind of like a grass blade, and so I like to match it with that similar energy. So if you're into crystal work and you have Chrysoprase, maybe try that out. Okay, so might help with your attractiveness, actually. I don't know if Chrysoprase could be a stone to help with that for you. Okay, let's get into your reading. So first I want to draw what types of people are attracted to you. Now in this reading, I'm strictly only taking 3 per group. You might have more people that are attracted to you. They're in that way you can pick another group if you want to, but I'm just taking 3 cards per group. So out of the people that are attracted to you, we have Ant, Spirit, Time to Collaborate, Whale Spirit, Trust the Great Mystery, and Coyote Spirit, Trust in Divine Detours. Okay, and then let's get... I'm going to get a Chakra, Oracle of the 7 Energies. This is a very Colette Baron Reed heavy day today as far as like the cards that I chose. So let's see. I'm going to get an Oracle card for each person to see why each person is attracted to you, or each type of person is attracted to you. So for the Ant Spirit person, we have the Uncharted Sea. For the Whale Spirit person, we have Feeling the World. And for the Coyote Spirit person or type, remember these are types of people. We have, pull this over here a little bit. We have The Land Between. And I want to draw a tarot card also for each person, and then I'll get into your reading. So the tarot card we're going to use with the Ant Spirit type is the 8 of Cups. And the tarot card we're going to be using for the Whale Spirit type is the Page of Pentacles. And the tarot card we'll be using for the Coyote Spirit is the Page of Wands. Let's move these down actually a little bit more because I want to give that crystal some room to breathe. Okay, let me look this over and I'll get into your reading. Okay, for your first type of person that's attracted to you, with Ant Spirit Time to Collaborate, I'm seeing a lot of like coworkers attracted to you for this group. I honestly think that if you work in an environment with lots of people, there's actually a lot of people that are attracted to you. Something about your work ethic, something about how you collaborate with others, something about you're kind of like a team player, that those are all things that make you really attractive. I think you're the type of person with Ant Spirit here who is really good at, how do I put this? It's either coming through as one of two things. Either you're really good at managing people, right? And everyone that works for you like really values you or really thinks you're just like the best boss or something like that. I'm getting the vibe of like you're the queen ant of the ant hive and like all the ants serve you. So you might have a lot of people at work that are trying to do favors for you and stuff like that. I am so envious of your guys' work life, honestly, because not all of us have it this easy. You know, this is a very, I'm getting the vibe that a lot of people are attracted to you at work, or when you work with others. There's something about the collaborative nature of the environment where a lot of people are actually attracted to you. So if you work on a team or you're doing team projects or something like that, or you work with in a business and you have fellow employers or employees, a lot of these people are attracted to you because of, I think, it's interesting. I don't know if they're not really attracted to you because you have a hardworking nature. That's not really what's coming through. You guys do have a hardworking nature. I'm not saying you don't, but these types of people have a hardworking nature. People that are attracted to you are hard workers, people who are really dedicated to the team project, right? So it might not seem like these people are attracted to you right off the bat because they're so focused on the team's goals. They're so focused on accomplishing the work project, right? But they like that you work together with them. I think these people, work comes first. So even if they are attracted to you, these people, work will always come first. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of dating one of these types. They're the type that work comes first, you know, the good of the group and the good of the business over my relationship, right? This is the type of person who will love you and be like very loyal to you, but they will really cherish their time spent at work. Here's the thing with Uncharted Sea and 8 of Cups, they really want to escape with you. These people, like, they want to first spend time alone with you, and they want to go on adventures with you. With the uncharted sea here, I'm also seeing the pelican, and it's kind of reminding me of a stork. I know a pelican's not a stork, but it's reminding me of a stork. I feel like these types of people would love to have a kid with you. They would love to settle down and start a family, something like that. But they want kind of like a nomadic lifestyle, which is interesting because they're so dedicated to their job. At first, I was kind of imagining this work environment as something very stable where you guys are kind of in the same work environment for a long period of time. But these people might want to make a change in their career at some point, still dedicate themselves fully to their work, but possibly make a change in their career. They kind of see you as the stepping stone to making a sort of change or something, leaving something behind. A lot of these people too, with 8 of Cups here, they, especially people who are taken or have a partner, they may fantasize, fantasies are innocent, guys. Keep that in mind. They might fantasize about leaving their partner and spending more time with you or going on an adventure with you, or they might think in their head like, man, I know I have this partner, but I would really love to go on an adventure with group 1. Like, they seem like they'd be so fun. With Uncharted Sea, they don't want to plan the adventure. They just want to have fun and go on this wild adventure without any kind of a plan, right? And with the compass here, I think they have an idea of the direction they want things to go with you. So I think that one thing that, like, they're attracted to you, this person's really attracted to you because you have an adventurous spirit, right? You have an adventurous spirit, and they also see you as someone who is not afraid to walk away when shit hits the fan. Like, you're not afraid, group 1, you're not afraid to be like, you know what? I don't like the way this is playing out. I don't like the way you're treating me, or I don't like the way this is going. I'm going to leave. This could be in a work situation. This could be in a relationship situation. Maybe some of these people have seen one of your relationships and you walked away when things were not working for you anymore. And so they really admired that about what happened in your relationship. They're like, wow, they took care of themselves. They took charge. They took care of their own needs. They left this person behind. They struck out on their own, right? Yeah, they struck out on their own. They followed their own path. I feel like for this type of person, they like you because you follow your own path, right? And also this type of person, this like coworker, collaborator type of person really likes that you have a good sense of direction. It's like they feel like you know where you're going and where you want to go. Whether you guys do or not, these workers feel like you have a clear idea of what you want in life or where you want to go, right? With Uncharted Sea, though, they also recognize that you kind of lead by a different faculty than they do. Like, you guys lead more so by your intuition or a divine guidance or something like that. So first of all, they see you as being really goal-directed, knowing what you want in this lifetime and not afraid to get it. But at the same time, they see you as someone who takes like roundabout paths, but they're also seeing you as someone who has this ability to go out into the open with Uncharted Sea here, go out into kind of like just the world at large without a map or anything and have a sense of direction at where you're going. I think that's why they want to take that trip with you. This group wants to take that trip with you because honestly, they're like, I would never get lost. They would have a clear direction of where they're going. I think this type of person, that finds you attractive with Ant Spirit here, likes that you're adaptable and you can go into new environments with this adaptable mindset and like thrive and succeed, right? They like that you have this ability to adapt and morph and change into these different ways of engaging with your environment. So let's get into Whale Spirit, Trust the Great Mystery. Okay, so with Whale Spirit, we have, first of all, with the person themselves, with the Whale Spirit person, this person could be quite large compared to you, or this type of person. It's like you guys attract these larger than life spiritual people into your life. So it's interesting because first you have the attraction from these people who are really grounded and down to earth, and they're very attracted to you for the reasons of like your exploratory nature and the way your intuition works and how you navigate things. But this person, on the other hand, is more attracted to your empathy. So with the Whale Spirit person, Trust the Great Mystery, this could be a very larger than life person who's extremely spiritual, right? This person has a very serene quality to them. This person has a very serene quality to them. They may speak in a very like a wailing tone, kind of like a wail, or they may have kind of like a melodious way of speaking where when they speak, it's like kind of like surreal. I don't know, like it's either deep like the ocean or it just has this surreal quality to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like Neptune in the third or something like that. Or just some kind of placement with Mercury or something where they have kind of like a deeper, more impactful voice or something like that. But yeah, with what they like about you, and I'm not really seeing too many more details about these types of spiritual people, and they might not come into your life that frequently. I don't know. This is just the type of person that is attracted to you, but they're attracted to your empathy, right? With feeling the world here and with the Page of Pentacles, they're both holding this sphere in their hands, right? And I honestly see the Page of Pentacles as someone who's admiring this pentacle. Like she's looking up to it, she's putting it on a pedestal, and she's admiring this pentacle, right? On this hand, with feeling the world, I see this person is concerned about the world and concerned about the world as large and being able to see the whole big picture, right? Because the world is in her hands and she can see all of it just by turning the globe over in her hands. So first of all, they are amazed at your empathy. They're amazed at the fact that you can feel the entire planet almost all at once. That's kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. They're amazed that you can kind of feel all this energy relatively effortlessly, and you have this like amazing sense of empathy, and you also like are very what's it called, like you're very I don't know if concerned about world events is the right term, but you admire the world. Like you admire other places, you admire other countries, you admire other cultures. And you're not the type of person to put down someone just because they're different or just because they're from somewhere else. It's like you have a very accepting view of like everyone in the world, and you have this kind of egalitarian worldview where you almost know the best thing to do in any given situation, because it's not just best for that country or that person that you know from somewhere else. It's like it's best for the whole globe, right? You know what's best for the whole globe. You guys can kind of see the interconnectedness of things in this world and how different things play out on Earth. And it's like you admire, it's like you really relish, you know, the world, and you look up to it. I also think something, a little side note that I'm seeing that this person kind of sees in you, they might see you as someone who, what's it called? Romanticizes the globe and the world and other cultures a little too much, to the point where you're not seeing the realistic things that need to happen. But at the same time, they also see you as someone who just has deep empathy for the world, right? So at the same time, they know that you always hurt when someone else is hurting, even if it's someone from a faraway distance or something like that. You guys might be very tapped into world events. You might watch the news a lot, something like that. Whatever the case may be, or you're just really fascinated by other cultures. Maybe you scan through those YouTube videos where it's like you're taking tours of other cities on different parts of the globe or something like that. But this person really likes that you have this kind of appreciation for other cultures. It might even be that this whale person is like someone from another culture. Like it could be some larger than life spiritual person that was from, or types of people that are from outside your world or something like that. I even think too, because whales have this way of migrating great distances, it's almost like a lot of these spiritual people that come into your life that are attracted to you, you might attract a lot of people from certain parts of the globe that have like a more spiritual component to them, and somehow you're drawing them in with your magnetism and admiration. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the more you focus on a particular culture or group, so for example, say you listen to a lot of music from Australia or something like that, it's like then you all randomly run into some kind of hippie Australian person that's like really into woo spiritual stuff, and they're just really drawn to you because of your empathy and your ability to empathize with them, right? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with these people that are drawn to you. And that's why I say they might not come in that frequently, because I'm seeing there's something dealing with the world or other parts of the globe. And also like you have empathy for their situation. You're the type of person who like knows what's going on in their life, in their world, where they're from. And you have this way of like, how do I put it? Like, it's not like adapting, but you do adapt, because we see that in here with how the first group admires you. But what I'm seeing with the whale spirit, it's almost like you have an understanding of their position. It's like an empathy, and you have an understanding of how to deal with different people that you have no experience with, right? It's like instantaneous empathy, right? And also a knowledge of events, is kind of what I'm seeing, which is interesting, because I'm seeing a little bit of connected themes with the uncharted sea and feeling the world too. It's like you have this kind of way where if you wanted to take a trip or travel, I know you're probably drawing in a lot of people to you right now with these two cards here. But if you wanted to take a trip or travel or do something like that, I just really see like an ability to connect on a worldly level with others. I mean, that's the common theme. Even though these two people admire different aspects about that, that's the common thing that I'm seeing for you guys, honestly. With Coyote Spirit, Trust, and Divine Detours, I'm going to get into the third group now, guys. So, okay, so with this third group of people that are attracted to you, they're kind of the types to not, how do I put this? They don't want to stick around for a long time. They're the types that kind of want to sweep you off your feet, take you on an adventure, and then like not be there for the long haul. Because we have the land between here, right? Think of this land as like a little getaway from your daily life or your routine. And they want to kind of be there with you in that getaway. But then they know you're going to just go on this next bridge and you're going to be back on whatever continent you're on. I know there's a lot of worldly themes here, but they know that they can't have you forever. Whatever the reason is, this person intuitively knows they can't have you forever. And they really appreciate your presence, but they also know that you're kind of like a passing thing in their life. But they are really attracted to you, right? They're really attracted to you, but for whatever reason, it also might be that they have commitment issues. And so a lot of these types that are attracted to you, it's like it takes a certain person for them to commit, and you're not that person, but they still have feelings for people that are maybe not their specific one person that they are destined to be with, if that makes sense. It's like they also have feelings for all these other people. And so you might even attract people to where, I know I mentioned that this ant spirit person, they fantasize about you within the relationship or something like that. But the coyote spirit, I would just be careful, because this is the type of person that actually might do some physical cheating while still being loyally committed to their partner. If they're single and they're not dating anyone, this is the type of person who is going to just explore other options, but not commit emotionally or romantically. Like with Coyote Spirit here, this person is the type of person who, how do I put this? They are very committed to their partners, but most likely they're going to be in like an open relationship with them or something like that, because their physical attractions overrule like a physical loyalty, if that makes sense. And that's just how they are. There's nothing wrong with how they are. It's just, I'm just giving you guys information so you know when you encounter this person, this is what you're dealing with, just in case, because some people can be dishonest. So just in case people are dishonest or anything like that, you'll know what's going on in the situation. With Page of Wands here, we have a lot of younger people. So Coyote Spirit could be a lot of younger people, a lot of passionate people, a lot of people who are a little bit fiery, who are a little bit impulsive, and it could also be not just the fact that this Coyote Spirit person has kind of like a wandering eye, but it could just be the fact that a lot of these people are younger. They're younger than you, right? So anyone that's in this, it's like younger people, right? Who maybe don't know what they want yet in life, or don't know what they're trying to achieve yet or something like that. Because with Page of Wand, the enthusiasm's there, the passion's there, the talent's there. They're just trying to find their way, right? They're trying to figure out which way to go. And with Trust and Divine Detours, they have a way of also, where they don't know which way to go, they have a way of leading other people off the path. Now, it's interesting because I think these people are destined for you in your lifetime. This is the one person who's, these people are also, everyone technically in your life is destined because you're meant to meet everyone. But this person in particular comes in for a particular reason to separate you from things in your life and take you on little brief adventures, right? And the cards are saying it is okay with the Page of Wands here to get into a sexual connection with this this person, but don't expect them to stick around or to commit. For a rare few of you, this person could commit, so I don't want to leave that off the table. Remember, with the tarot reading, you take what resonates with your soul and you leave the rest. If really deep down inside you're dating someone like this, and you know they're going to commit to you, don't listen to a tarot reading, because your own judgment is ultimately the best thing, to follow your path in life. So just keep that in mind. I'm just giving you this for those of you who this information is going to help, right? But yeah, with the land between, I think this is the type of person who wants to have like a little fling, a short little quick fling, something like that. They're most likely going to be younger than you. But the thing is, even if you have a fling with this person or not, say you go on an adventure with this person and you don't start up a sexual connection, you just keep it very platonic, they'll still want to hang out with you, right? They're in it for like kind of the fun of it. Yeah, they're sexual beings, but at the same time, they're not necessarily, they don't need that, right? They don't like need to have, this is not the type of person who's just going to ignore you if you say, oh, I'm not going to have sex with you. They're going to be interested in you as a person as well. They just also know on a deeper level who is like their ultimate partner, if that makes sense. They kind of have an idea of what they need and want in their head. And anyone who's not like that, they kind of keep at a distance, right? So with Trust and Divine Detours, this person is someone who is going to, how do I put this? It's like a pathway, like they're going to take you on a different path or a different area that you haven't been to before. So that's kind of something about them. And one thing they like about you, which is interesting, because I started describing these as characteristics of them, but this is also stuff they like about you, right? So Page of Wands, they like that you have an energetic, youthful spirit, and you're like both youthful spirits, right? It's like an adventure twin. It's like this person really wants to just like go on adventures. They're an adventure twin. They might be a little more wild than you. Whereas, for example, the whale spirit, I see someone who's a little more mystical, maybe calm, but like larger than life. And with the ant spirit person, I just see people who are really hard workers and really dedicated to their jobs, right? So with coyote spirit, you have someone who is kind of like just as wild as you are, group one. And the cool thing about that is that's one of the reasons they like you. It's because you guys have this fiery kind of connection with each other. They also like you at the land between because you guys discover these cool things together. It's like maybe you both are walking in a unknown part of town to like all your friends or something like that. You discover a little restaurant or something like that in the city or something like that, and you figure out like, wow, we really like this restaurant. This restaurant's so cool. And there's like a secret floor to the restaurant where you go into a basement and you get like served special food or something. I don't know what this is, but it's something along those lines where you and this person like discover something cool, and then all your friends are like jealous because they're like, whoa, I didn't know that existed. Like, how'd you find that? You know, it's almost like this type of person is going to help you set trends, right? I'm even seeing a lot of your friends like this type of person. So if you're kind of thinking like, oh, this sounds like a lot of my friends, this could be that your friends find you attractive, or your friends find you attractive in this way, but they're never going to do anything because you're just not their type, or you're not the type that they want to end up with, right? They're like, okay, group one is just like a good friend. I mean, they're really attractive, they're really hot, but like they have to stay a friend because it would never work if we were dating, right? That's this kind of energy for this person right here. Wow, guys, I almost moved on without pulling physical traits. So hopefully you're still here in your reading, and I guess I can cut out the outro and then I'll just add this in. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to pull physical traits now, and we're going to get them for the ant spirit, the whale spirit, and the coyote spirit. I'm going to kind of divide them intuitively into 3 different groups. All the experiences. Oh, this one fell out, so we'll put that there. That's for the whale spirit. So let's get, whoa, it's a lot. Okay, so here we go, and here we go. Okay. So, wow, you guys had a lot that came out. Okay. So, let's see. For the ant spirit person, okay, physical traits, dun, 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 dun. Wow, the ant spirit person likes your abdomen, right? That stomach area. They like your abdomen, which is funny because ants kind of they're known for their abdomens. Posture, they like your posture. So the people at work like your abdomen and your posture. Maybe there's some way you sit in your desk at work or something like that, the way you work, or something like that. They also like your laugh. If you laugh a lot at work, or when you do laugh at work, or when you do have a moment of joy or humor at work, they really love your laugh. They're super drawn to your laugh. They also like your hair. Something about your hair is really enticing to this group. Legs. For the ant spirit person, they like your legs, which is interesting because ants have very skinny legs. It's making me feel like you guys have like thicker legs or something like that, because sometimes we see things opposite us as like things that are attractive. But yeah, overall, something about your legs and your posture and your abdomen, they're really into your lower body besides your hair. Oh, and your lips. They like your lips. Okay, so lips pairs with laugh really nicely. They might actually like your lips when they part when you laugh, or something about your lips when you laugh, or how your mouth moves when you laugh, something like that. Yeah, but apparently you guys have really attractive lips to your coworkers or to the people you work with, something like that. For the whale spirit person, this person from a different, I think this main thing with them was they were from a different country, and they were like this mysterious kind of like, yeah, they give me like laid back vibes, this whale spirit person. They like your style and they like the way you walk, and they like your underwear. Wow. So something about, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you, these people from like a foreign land, or these people that you kind of summon into your energy field from across the globe, if they like they just usually see you naked or something like that, or they usually see you in your underwear. Maybe you guys have an OnlyFans or something like that, and you attract clients that are more global, something like that. But underwear, they like your underwear, you know, even if these types of people don't see your underwear, they imagine you in your underwear, and that like gets them going. With eyebrows here, I think they also like your eyebrows. Like there's something about your eyebrows. If you guys get your brows done, keep going to the same lady or keep going to the same dude. Because honestly, they like the way your eyebrows look. Something about your eyebrows. If you don't get your eyebrows done, I wouldn't start, because you might have naturally beautiful eyebrows without having to do anything to them. Or there's something about your eyebrows they're just really fascinated by. Okay, so and this coyote spirit person likes your back. They like your eye contact. Okay, which makes sense. This coyote's looking straight at the camera, so there's something about looking into each other's eyes. And if you're a male viewer of mine, they like your facial hair. I mean, I guess if some women can have facial hair, right? But they like your facial hair. Yeah, if you're a male viewer of mine, this coyote person really likes your facial hair. It might be too that I picked up they were younger, or some of these people are younger with coyote spirit. Maybe they're like, I think they can grow facial hair, but it might be people who wish they could grow your facial hair. Like they wish they could have the facial hair you have, or there's something about your facial hair they're envious of. They also like your smile. So we have laugh, lips, and smile. You guys have a really beautiful mouth. And clean. They like that you're clean. So that's really nice. I think that's about it for this reading. So if you guys like this reading, please feel free to like the video. If you want to help out the channel, liking and commenting always helps out. With that said, I really enjoyed giving you guys this reading, and just a little quick update that I want to put at the end here. I think maybe I'll mention it at the beginning of this video too, but just a little quick update. I have an Etsy page now where I am selling readings, or YouTube. It's going to be like personal readings, where I had a calendar before, but now my personal readings have shifted to my Etsy page. While I'm starting doing them, they're going to be at a discounted rate. They're just going to be priced cheaper, because that's how I want to do it, to get people in and stuff like that. But if you've had a reading by me in the past, personal reading by me in the past, feel free to purchase another one. And if you're curious about them, feel free to purchase one as well. With that said, I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate your support and your attention, I guess you could say. Anyway, so thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next pick a card. Bye. Hello, group 2. This is if you picked this black tourmaline crystal. So let's get into your reading. So first I'm going to be drawing the types of people that are attracted to you. Quick thing in the beginning of the reading, if you were drawn to multiple groups, feel free to watch them. You could have multiple types of people that are attracted to you instead of just 3. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get your 3 types that are attracted to you guys for group 2. We have Otter Spirit, you are never alone. We have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. And we have Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. And then I want to get a Oracle of the 7 Energies card for each of these types to see why they're attracted to you. Let's see, and we have Let It Go. And let's get one for Pig Spirit. And we have Wish Upon a Star. And let's get one for the Crow Spirit. We have Endless Possibilities. And let's get a tarot card for each. Let's get a tarot card for each of these cards. So one for Otter Spirit. And we have Wheel of Fortune. And let's get one for Pig Spirit. We have Queen of Swords. And let's get one for Crow Spirit. And we have 9 of Cups. Okay. It's so funny. I'm looking at the 2 hummingbirds in this card, and there's like birds chirping outside my house right now. There's also other wing themes because all these animals in the Wheel of Fortune are all these little 4 cardinal points, angel, statue, zodiac things in the Wheel of Fortune all have wings as well. I'm also seeing the Otter Spirit is shaped in a heart up here, and you also have this heart shape right here. One thing that I'm seeing with the Otter Spirit type of person that likes you, this type of person with Otter Spirit here, I feel like they're extremely playful and they're also extremely social. I think this person is surrounded by people, or this person always is surrounded by a group of people. You might catch this type of person when you're walking around in your daily life and you're just looking at people who are in like packs or groups that like move in packs. This is one of the people in the group who is like constantly looking over at you and like checking you out and kind of making eye contact with you. But no one else in the friend group is really paying attention. But like this person's definitely paying attention to you. They're like in the friend group, but they're like looking outside the friend group at something else, which is you guys. So for most of you, this type of person is more like a stranger, is kind of what it seems like in general. Yeah, and then the thing with the wings in the Wheel of Fortune and Let It Go, I think this type of person is attracted to your free-spiritedness. They're attracted to the fact that you have your freedom away from people or obligations. If you know this person more closely, for most of you, this person's going to be like a stranger that's like at a bar or something, or that you see walking down in your neighborhood and they have like, you see a posse of a group of like guys or girls or something, and then there's like one of them keeps checking you out. That's like this type of person who's really attracted to you. And they might not be like checking you out, obviously, but like if they're looking at you and you keep making eye contact with them and they smile or something like that, and there's like other people around them, but those people are not paying attention to you, that's this type of person is attracted to you. Also with Let It Go, it's interesting. We have 2 and 4 here and 4 and 2 here. So there's elements of like coming at it from 2 different angles. With the hearts here, I really feel like a person like this could be a true blue soulmate. So if you have never approached like the ringleader of a group before, I feel like you and this specific ringleader or any kind of person who's like the head of an organization or a group or something like that, who's always around people, would be a good match, right? Because we have mirroring numbers here, right? So for example, with the Otter Spirit, we have 4 and then 2, so the number 42, but 4 is coming before 2, right? With Let It Go on this card, we have 24, where 2 is coming before 4. So another way, you guys, just a little tip with psychic abilities and stuff. You can pay attention to numbers is the direction the numbers are going in, right? In this way, 42 and 24 are representing two opposite sides of like something that's mutual, right? It's almost like you look at these people and you think like, wow, they're so attractive, or wow, it'd be so fun to be in their group, or their group seems so fun, something like that. And yeah, with 2 and 4, it's almost like you guys are coming at it from this 2-4 perspective. They're coming at it from the 4-2 perspective. So you can think of you guys with the 2 influence here, more focused on one-on-one connections and building intimacy with people one-on-one. I think that's why these types are intimidating, because they're so group oriented. They're not the type to be like stuck in a one-on-one date or a one-on-one thing. Like they're always bringing their friends along with like their dates, and they're always involving their friends and everything in their life. Like this person is like so entrenched in their friend groups, but they see you as this person who wants these one-on-one intimate connections, and they're drawn to it. They're like, wow, I really would want to just spend time with them alone, but I don't know if I could ever break free from my friend group. You know, that's kind of what this person's going through. They're like, I don't know if I want to spend time alone with them, because what's that? They're kind of afraid of that a little bit. And then on your hand, it's like you guys probably are looking at their friend group and thinking like, wow, it's so weird how there's so many friends. Like it's so social. Like I'm not that social. Like I'm an introvert or whatever. I feel like for a lot of you, when it comes to this dynamic, you're more introverted for sure. Or at least that's how this dynamic is being perceived. So there's a little bit of mirroring going on here in the sense that you're seeing something that's in a different world than you. But with the 2 hearts here, I think there's a lot of love, passion, and connection between this relationship. If it ever merges into a relationship, right? It's like a mutual admiration society. Because we have the 2 hearts here, it's very strongly, the vibe is like you like these people as much as they like you. And it's kind of like this, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, but these friends are getting in the way, or this lack of friends is getting in the way, right? It's like they see you isolated and they don't want to approach you because they're used to those social situations, right? You see them in the social situation, you don't want to approach them because it's like, man, am I just going to hit on them in front of like 8 people? Like that would be embarrassing if they shut me down, you know, that kind of thing, right? So there's kind of like a standstill with these types of people. Or if you've ever gotten into a connection with these types of people, there may have been some kind of issue with the friend group that they were friends with, or the friends interfering, or the friends just being this kind of thing that's getting in the way. And with them coming over into your sphere, right, they might really enjoy your company, but they might miss like their social activities, right? Something like that. If you've had relationships with this type of person in the past. Wheel of Fortune indicates like a very surprising turn of events with this dynamic. I wouldn't be surprised if you're going along for years admiring people who are like the ringleaders of groups, and they're admiring you being the like isolated loner who doesn't socialize, right? And it's like all of a sudden there's like some turn of events where, you know, like they're alone and all of a sudden you have people around you, and it just like doesn't make sense. And you're like, who are these people? And they approach you. And it's like this weird turn of events, because Wheel of Fortune talks about bizarre turns of events. It's like usually a blessing, but it's like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening? Like, this does not make any sense. And it's usually sudden. It's like usually like a sudden breakthrough, right? It's very, Wheel of Fortune, I know this card has Jupiter here, but I'm seeing a very like Uranian Wheel of Fortune, where it's like all of a sudden you're going along the same predictable routine, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, we're gonna break out of this, we're gonna have this experience, you know, that kind of thing. So I think that in the future you might have some surprising engagements, or you have already, honestly, with people like this, where you've been thrown in the same situation all of a sudden and you're like, whoa, what is going on, you know? But yeah, with Let It Go, one thing that they like about you is you have this ability to let things go, especially like relationships or people. Similar to Group 1, actually, for their kind of person in this area too. But with Let It Go, it's almost like, it's like they like your ability to go at it alone. You know, like you can just go somewhere by yourself or with one other person and have a great time. You don't need like a whole group of friends to do things with. And this person really like admires that. They kind of like, and for most of you, I'm telling you, I'm seeing like a stranger kind of vibe, like someone who's passing you by on the street and they have a bunch of friends and you're just walking alone and they're kind of like eyeing you, even though they're with a group. and this group could be anyone. This group could be their family. This group could be friends. This group could be coworkers. It's just a person who's in a group and they're looking outside that group thinking like, man, I wish I could go spend time with them for a little bit. But, I wish, they could kind of come and hang out with the posse, that kind of thing. So that's the first type that's attracted to you. The second type is the pig spirit. Okay, the pig spirit is someone that you actually know, or people that you actually know, or you've had conversations with. First of all, with pig spirit, it says, use your mind wisely. And there we have the Queen of Swords and Wish Upon a Star and stuff like this. And there's a lot of like symbolism here. I just want to get right into why they're attracted to you, because I really feel like you're going to know this type of person. I don't know if I need to explain who this is that much. I will try to explain it at, like towards the end, or if I remember. But let's get into like why. So first of all, we have Queen of Swords here, who's like showing the way. She has her arm outreached and she has this straight sword standing up and she's showing the way. And there's this illumination of the sun in this Queen of Swords. We also have this person wish upon a star, and this child is like cherishing this star. This child's holding the star so close to her heart, and she's closed her eyes in serenity, really trying to feel this moment, right? That's one reason why this person likes you, because something about this person, when they tell you something, or when they show you something, or when they teach you something, you take it so personal, like in a good way, right? It's like you're taking it so personal. You're like, wow, I can't believe you shared that with me. That's so special. That's so meaningful. And I can see you guys saying that to this person, because that's what's attracting them to you. It's like when you've said to them, like, wow, I'm so thankful you shared that with me. Like, that's so powerful. Like, something like that. With Mind Wisely and Queen of Swords, it could be with intellectual topics, right? So this could be something where someone's teaching you things and you're just saying like, oh, wow, you're so wise, or you're so smart for how you said this, or something like that. And this person is attracted to you because you're admiring, you like cherish their knowledge, right? This person probably doesn't get their knowledge cherished too often, because that's what's making you guys stand out, is because you're like, wow, I really appreciate that you said that to me, or that you gave me that information, right? So one thing that I'm seeing is this pig spirit person is someone who, they kind of are in this teaching mode with you, right? They're in this kind of teaching mode with you, and they know you really respect their knowledge, and they want to give you the best knowledge possible, but they also want you to use your mind wisely. Like, they want you to make good judgments. They want you to make good decisions. They want you to do the best in your life that you can with what you've got as far as your mental capabilities, right? This is someone who you've probably definitely commented on how smart they are. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. You're so intelligent, stuff like that. And I don't think you guys are faking it. I think honestly, you think this person's really intelligent and really smart. I think that you guys have a beautiful, especially intellectual connection with this person. Communication's probably good. In general, there's a feeling of sharing of experience through like words, like the words actually translate into experience. So you can actually absorb this person's experience of what they went through and kind of adapt it as your own experience. It's like a very, what's that called? Like empathetic way of communicating, where they're not just like sharing stories with you and you're going, oh, I understand that, but I didn't go through it. It's like they're sharing a story with you and you really feel it on a deep level. And you're like, whoa, I can feel what you were going through in that moment, right? There's a feeling of like with this wish upon a star, this child holding this star close to their chest with next to their heart chakra. First of all, you're absorbing this information with the innocence of a child. Another reason they like you, right? You don't question it too much. Like, I think this person wants you to question things, but maybe not question them, right? It's kind of the vibe I get from them. But anyway, I think that you just really respect their wisdom. You really respect their wisdom. You respect everything they say. You take it to heart, that kind of thing. With Queen of Swords here too, that's just where I'm getting this kind of communication vibe. I really feel like you're like feeling the experience as if it was your own, which is really amazing. It's like this kind of empathetic thing. But it's like specifically empathy with knowledge, with like stories and communication. Different than group one. Group one was empathetic as well for a different reason. And maybe you are attracted to group one too. Maybe you have both forms of empathy. I don't know. But this kind of pig spirit person, there's this just aspect of like, you really deeply cherish what they say to you. That's pretty much why they like you. And you express that to them. You tell them that, I think you're smart. I think you're amazing. Like, I think you really say brilliant things. Like, I'm so glad you're in my life because of all the things you tell me and all the wisdom you bestow on me, stuff like that. Um, yeah, with Queen of Swords here, I think this person, it's almost like they also like that you guys are go with the flow, that you kind of go with the flow. So there's an adaptability to you guys that they really appreciate. But mainly the thing I'm seeing with this person, it's mainly just conversation. It's like this person likes talking to you. They like that you listen to them. They like that you are respectful of their opinions and their beliefs, stuff like that. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to move on to the next group. I'm not really getting any more messages with this person. Oh, yeah, I was going to try to describe the person a little bit. With use your mind wisely, this is someone who makes good decisions in general in their life. Like, they're never the type of person to make a decision carelessly or in a way that doesn't, how do I put this? Yeah, you should know who this person is because this is coming through as a person you guys know, and I'm seeing almost like 100% of you like know who this person is. If you don't know who this person is, this will be someone you'll meet in the future for sure, and you'll have this. There'll be this kind of dynamic with you guys. But with Pig Spirit, it's almost like this person. They do make cautious decisions. I'll say that. They make cautious decisions, and or they're cautious before they make a decision. That's what I should say. Um, Yeah, I really want to end it. I'm feeling called to end that and move on to the next group. So let's look at Crow Spirit. Wow. So I'm having trouble deciphering the messages from this because it's so like, what's that called? Where it's like it's just it's a very powerful energy. This person's a very you're attracting this type of type that's attracted to you is a very powerful being, right? Very powerful. Has the ability to almost like make you feel like time and space are being warped. I wouldn't be surprised if this person puts you in some kind of trance state, or this person is some type of person who can put you in that kind of a trance state. Um, With co-create here, I want to say on a more basic level, this could be someone you create with. So for example, this could be someone that you make things with or that you do creative activities with, something like that. Um, this person could be a collaborator on some kind of artistic project is what I'm seeing. But this person's also very, what's it called? Like they're very powerful. With the Crow Spirit here, they have this ability to emanate their energy out into the environment and kind of morph things or change things a little bit. What like with the Pig Spirit person, they're very smart. They're just smart in a different way. They're smart on like a spiritual level, right? They're smart on like a deep inner knowing level. Like this person has like I wouldn't be surprised if they are like they could be straight up psychic or like straight up just know things or like say things in your life and then those things come true, something like that. But before I get into any of that stuff, because that's kind of getting into territory that's like mixed with both of you, it's like what both of you do together. With this person, there just could be someone you co-create with, right? So that means that like they could say something, you could say something else, and with your combined energies, that thing comes to pass, right? It's like they could ask you a question about something and you give an answer, and they're like, they might say something like, like either like, oh, that's good, I'm glad that was the answer because I'm afraid what you're saying that'll come to pass. Or they'll say something like they'll ask you a question, and if you say something negative, they'll say, oh, I was afraid you'd say that. Like I was worried that was going to come to pass or something like that. There's something about a dialogue between both of you that's very predictive in nature. So it's not just one of you predicting the future and the other one listening. It's like when you guys have conversations, it's like you guys discover things about the future together. It's a quite an interesting energy because for me, when I talk to people about stuff like this, I don't really get into this kind of teamwork focus when it comes to predicting the future. But this is definitely something where it's like let me put it on like a basic level. It goes really deep. I just want to point that out. Like this type of person who's attracted to you, like these kind of conversations, or at least they're deeper than they appear on the surface, right? But like a typical conversation could be like two people being like, oh, how, like, this is just a very basic version of this. Trust me, I'm making it very basic just to explain. It's like, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? Or one person's asking someone like, hey, what do you want to eat for dinner tonight? The other person says like, oh, I think I'll have potatoes. And then the person who's saying like, oh, that would go great with this turkey that I bought. And then the third person is like, yeah, turkey would be good. How would it go with this soda that I bought? Whatever, like there's a strong vibe of like, that's where like a collaboration where you're putting, one person puts a piece into the conversation, the other person puts a piece into the conversation. So kind of different than this pig spirit person where you're kind of just listening to them in general. You're more in a listening mode and you take what they say to heart and you're like really just want to listen to them, or you present that appearance of like really caring about everything they say. This person is like someone you have these conversations with and then they always come to pass. It's like you have this back and forth dialogue for like, 15 minutes when you're talking about something. And if you trail into some kind of thing about the world or the universe or something happening in one of your own lives, it's like it comes to pass. It's like, man, how did this person know that I was going to get this new promotion? Or how did this person know that I was going to receive this? Or how do they know that like the economy was going to go bad at this time? That's kind of the vibe here. And it's like, they ask you a lot of questions. So it's not just them. I think it like kind of emanates from them. Not to say you guys don't have psychic abilities, especially if you do, or you have an ability to predict things, but it kind of emanates from them. This particular dialogue type of energy, right? It's like you can't have these conversations with anyone else and predict the future, but this person knows how to ask questions and knows how to make statements in conversation. And they're not doing it deliberately. Like this person literally, like their gift is to predict things through conversation, right? They can predict things through creative projects with other people. So you guys might also have like an art project, right? The co-creation can go with anything that's creative, right? Whether you're creating things through conversation, telling stories. So it might be that this person through dialogue, says something about like, oh, I really think you need to be with a particular, like this type of man, right? You need to be with a really rugged, masculine, hairy chested man or something like that or whatever. And then you'll be like, oh no, I kind of was like thinking I should be with someone like this. That's close. I was thinking someone like this. And they're like, oh, that's interesting because I think you'll be with someone like that after that person. They'll say stuff like that and then it'll like transpire is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So this person's very in tune with the future in general. And like you guys have this way of like, it's like your connection with this type of person is meant to reflect the future of the other one is kind of what I'm seeing. And it goes both ways. You could say things about their life where they're seeing things in their future too. But I think the general conversational creative energy is emanating from them in general. So that kind of goes in with this endless possibilities where you guys could pretty much create anything you want. It's very much like you guys are manifesting together. As much as you're predicting things, you're also manifesting things. And with the 9 of Cups, I think this is the type of person where they see you as someone who's so grateful for your experiences. And that's one of the reasons they really like you is because you're so grateful for the experiences you have. And also they really like you because with endless possibilities, you're open to anything happening in the future, right? You have this sense of openness where you're like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen and I'm going to experience it. And it's okay. Like if it's going to come my way, it's okay. I'm going to tell you, you guys are a tarot reader's wet dream, right? Sorry to be so crude, but you're a tarot reader's wet dream. Like we love people who are just like, great, I like that reading. Like now let's see what happens. Like oftentimes you get a lot of people who are attached to one specific future outcome and they want that specific outcome to really happen, right? And as a reader, you're trying to explain to them like, looks like the current energies are moving in this direction, and it's like, you could have this vibe here and stuff like that. But this person likes that it's just endless possibilities. You're like, yeah, I could do that. And, even if I do that for a while, I could jump back onto this track and do this for a while. Like I could really do anything I want, right? And that sense of centeredness in the present moment where there's unlimited possibilities in the future, that really kind of like gives for this beautiful creation between you and this person. It's like whatever you guys create with each other, you know that like you can create whatever you want, right? This is a very powerful connection. This type of person that's attracted to you is very powerful. Possibly a rare type. Although I know crows where I live are very common, so it might be something that happens to you quite often. You might be attracting this type of spiritual person quite often, whether they're a teacher on social media or whatever. But the thing is, I feel like this person knows you. I feel like you've had like one-on-one conversations, or you've like made art together, you've created music together, and something about maybe like the songs you write or something like that. If you like make songs together, it's like those songs come true in your lives or something like that. Or if you create paintings of different scenes or places or something like that, you end up going to those places or having those experiences, right? Yeah. Yeah, with this type of person, there's just endless possibilities. Like, this would be a very fun relationship, especially if you like to get a little inside scoop on what's going to happen in life. And that's kind of like your thing. You just like to know a little bit in advance, you know? But at the same time, know that like anything's possible, and those words could manifest in any, and like, how do I put it? Like this person might say you might meet someone who you really like, but you're concerned about or something, or you're nervous about or something like that. And then like the nervousness could manifest in a way you didn't think. Like maybe you think you were going to be nervous when you met them, but maybe you're more nervous when they like propose to you, or like you don't know if they're going to propose or something like that. So whatever the case may be, the way the words manifest, it's like endless possibilities. I mean, they could manifest in multiple different ways, right? And only looking back on it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, they told me this and it manifested like this. And I thought it was going to manifest like this, but it manifested like this, but they were still right. You know, that's kind of the vibe here. It's like, it's kind of this roundabout way with the future. But yeah, with Nine of Cups, I see this person being very satisfied in your presence. Like they're comfortable in your presence. They're happy in your presence, and they see you as someone who's very grateful for their past experiences, their entire life. I think that's one of the reasons why these connections and these conversations work, because your gratitude, the more grateful you are for the things that have come before, it's like they're realizing like the more good things are coming in your future, right? That's kind of the Nine of Cups energy in general. You also, in general, you have two Jupiter symbols, one on the Wheel of Fortune and one on the Nine of Cups. I want to point this out, that you guys probably attract a lot of people because you're very lucky. Like people want to be in your presence because you're very lucky and you have good things happen to you all the time, or people perceive that. And so one thing they really like about you is you have this ability to attract luck and good things into your life. So that is another aspect with this kind of like your allure, your appeal, right? Okay, now we're going to get into physical traits. So I'm going to move some of these cards off the table. And we will get into physical traits. So I'm going to pull physical traits for each type of person. So what each type of person finds physically attractive about you. Okay, we need at least one for the Crow Spirit. The Crow Spirit didn't get any. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Crow Spirit might not be attracted to you physically, but they're like very drawn to you on a different level. I did pull one for Crow Spirit, but I had to force it. Nothing flipped out for them. But calves. Crow Spirit might like your calves. Something about your calves, or, you know, I'm kind of getting the metaphor of where you've walked and where you've been, and like maybe you hold, I'm not even getting physical things like, oh, your calves are sexy or whatever. I'm getting like the journey you were on, and like the calves hold like the path you've walked on, and the distance has collected in your muscles, and so that represents the experience and your gratitude. I'm getting that kind of metaphor for this person, so keep that in mind. But yeah, let's get into what the Otter Spirit. This is the like kind of the stranger person that this person likes your walk with Otter Spirit. So this person might actually like be in a group of people and see you like walking past them, and that's what's really attracting them to you. They like that you're clean. They like your eyes, and that's what I was picking up with this person. Oh my gosh. With the Otter Spirit person, they like that eye contact. Like they're in their friend group and you're outside the group and they're making eye contact. I'm seeing that like image in my head of like them making eye contact with you and you making eye contact with them, and just being like, that's like my opposite. Like that's someone with like the whole big friend group, and like they're like, that's the person who's like the loner that I kind of wish I could be. Like I wish I didn't need all these people to feel comfortable or happy, right? That's in this eye contact is like the main thing that's drawing you guys, and eyebrows. Okay, yeah. Eyes are really strong in this connection. I think that there might be a moment where if you ever meet someone like this, the eye contact is what'll pull you guys together. It's like if you ever meet someone that's really the one with this type of person, you'll just be making eye contact with them and you won't be able to stop making eye contact, and you will both just move towards each other and just start having a conversation. Okay, so, and they also like your arms. So there's something about your arms as well with this person. So let's get into pig spirit, this smart person. They like your nose, right? I'm also noticing how pigs kind of have a more unique nose than like other animals. So I feel like something about your nose is unique to this person. Lips, they like your lips. So yeah, they also like your neck. They're attracted to your neck. They're also attracted to your laugh. So something that could come up with this pig spirit person is, even though they kind of are striking me as someone who's maybe a little more serious or a little more focused on helping you with knowledge and wisdom and stuff, there's something about when you guys actually get together and you laugh, or you have a good laugh or a chuckle about something, like that's when they warm up, you know, that's when they feel good about you. And then abdomen too, they might like your abdomen as well. So that's all I got for physical traits. So I'm going to end your guys' reading here. If you want to help out the channel, please like or comment below. I also have an announcement to make, so if you want to stick around for that, I'm going to make it right now. I opened an Etsy page. Before, I was doing personal readings on Calendly, and it was kind of chaotic because I could only use PayPal to pay, like, to charge people. But Etsy's going to let me use multiple payment methods so more people can purchase them if they want to. I'm going to be having cheaper readings. I'm pretty sure when this video comes out, just because I'm going to have my prices at a lower price point when I start doing these readings. So people who are on my YouTube channel, or people who want to book a reading and they've seen me through YouTube, or people who have purchased readings from me in the past, can actually purchase one at a more affordable rate. You know, it's also going to be like a way for you guys to try out my services and see if you like getting personal readings from me too. So stuff like that. So if you're curious about that, the Etsy shop should be up by this time this video is up. If not, look out for it soon. And with that said, I bid you guys adieu. I had so much fun reading for you today. It was a blast, and I hope you enjoyed the reading too. Bye. Hey, group 3, this if you picked the Spirit Quartz, this lovely stone with all the little crystals all on the bigger crystals. Okay, so also has like this purplish, amberish hue to it, multicolored stone. Okay, so let's get into your reading. So first we're going to figure out what the types of people are that are attracted to you. So what types do you attract in romance? Let's see, what types does group 3 attract? We have giraffe spirit, cow spirit, and dragonfly spirit. Just so you know, if you are drawn to another group, feel free to pick that one too. You could have more than just 3 types that are attracted to you, or there could be one type in like a different group that stands out more than the other 2 or something like that. So there's just different ways these readings can play out, since I'm pulling basically 3 types per group. Otherwise, like, sit back and let's watch your reading. So, okay, so I'm now going to pull from the Oracle of the 7 energies for how each of these types, why they're attracted to you. So for the giraffe spirit, we have awakening genius. For the cow spirit, we have time machine. And for the dragonfly spirit, we have smoke and mirrors. Then I'm going to pull a tarot card also for each of these people, or types. I'm calling them people, but they're really types, like types of people that are attracted to you. You might resonate with like a specific person in your life for one of these, but this is like types that could repeat themselves throughout your life. Let's see. So 9 of Pentacles is coming out for awakening genius. And let's get a card for time machine. We have 4 of Swords. And let's get one more card for smoke and mirrors, or the dragonfly spirit. And we have the Sun. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at this and I'll get into your reading. I looked at this draft spirit and I'm thinking in my head of like, okay, so before I start the readings, I go over the cards a little bit in my head. I let myself process all the information. I take it all in, right? And when the draft spirit came up, I was thinking of someone who was tall and I started getting head tingles. So it could be that this draft spirit is quite literally representing someone who is very tall in your life, or specifically maybe taller men are actually attracted to you, or taller people, taller women if you're a male viewer of mine. But whatever the case, with draft spirit, see the big picture. This type of person that's attracted to you sees things clearly in their environment. They could very physically stand above everyone else and look down on everyone like they're looking at pieces in a moving puzzle, right? You can see this person kind of scheming in their head is kind of how I feel like they are. They're kind of like always thinking of something or always concocting something in their brain, you know? They're the types that are kind of looking around to see what's going on, trying to check things out, trying to figure out what's going on in the environment, you know? This is someone that if you're on a date with them, the first thing they're going to do when they walk into a restaurant or to a club or anywhere, like even if you guys are on a date, like at a museum or something like that, the first thing they're going to do is want to check out the space. They're going to check out where everything is, right? Like, where is this? Or if they don't do that, they want to look at a map. The first thing they want to do is look at a map and see everything clearly. Like, they want to get the battle plan down first. This is not the type of person, this person that's attractive is not the type of person who is going to instantly, how do I put this? They're not going to walk into a room and just go, all right, wherever we go, we go. They're not going to be like that. They're going to be like, they're going to get the lay of the land, right? They're going to get the lay of the land. They're going to ask for a map. They're going to ask for information. They're going to want to know beforehand, right? And with see the big picture, this helps them see a bigger picture with where they're at, right? The more ground they can cover, the bigger the picture they see. This actually is one of the groups where their personality doesn't really have anything to do with why they're attracted to you, right? Why they're attracted to you is very different than like their personality. It's not like your personality fits into theirs. They just really admire this about you, this type of person. They admire with Nine of Pentacles your ability to be financially independent. It could also be your ability to just lavish in the good life. I'm also seeing this as like your kind of like financial savviness, right? With Awakening Genius, it's really coming through as like, I feel like this person feels like you have a brilliant mind for business. And with Awakening Genius, it's almost like you haven't realized that yet. And this person wants to like enlighten that side of you. That doesn't make sense. This person wants to show you and awaken that part of you, or like help stimulate that part of you to wake up in this world, right? So they think that you have natural talent in business, right? So you might realize like you're going along and you might not even identify as someone who is really good at business or really connected to the practical realities. But this type of person will come up and be like, you'll notice them because they're always looking around, right? This type is always kind of like looking around. They're trying to get the lay of the land. They're kind of like surveying things, right? So like you'll notice in conversation with them, there might be always looking over your shoulder. Like they're looking at what kind of, it could be a threat that they're looking for, but it's almost like they're looking for threats, but really they're just trying to get the lay of the land, right? They're just trying to see what's going on here, what's going on over there. They're trying to get the whole picture at once, right? But this is someone who might talk to you about business projects, right? They might say like, oh, what do you got working on? Or how are you supporting yourself or whatever, right? This person's definitely someone who wants to know how your business projects are going. This is someone who wants to know what you're working on in any kind of practical way, shape, or form. Also with the Nine of Pentacles, the outfit she's wearing in this card and the Pentacles and the fact that this represents luxury, they might be attracted to you simply because you have a luxurious figure. Like you have a luxurious figure, or the way you dress is so elegant and like luxurious that they just kind of are really attracted to you because of that. We'll get more into that with physical traits. But with Awakening Genius, they are attracted to you because they want to awaken that financial genius within you. They see that you have potential, right? They might actually be dumbfounded when they talk to you about business stuff and you don't know anything, or you haven't done anything, or you don't know what's like, you haven't started your own business or been an entrepreneur or anything like that. This person's kind of like dumbfounded, like, really? Like you have totally the potential to do that. That's how they see you, right? And they see you as kind of like, like a diamond in the rough, or like they see you as kind of like an unpolished stone, like something that's like really precious. Like they could see you as like a ruby or an emerald, like if, but like they could see you as more of like a rough version of that, where like if it was only taken care of and polished the right way, it could really shine. So this person really sees your potential, I guess is the best way to put it. They see your potential, and I think they're surprised that you haven't gotten further in life or something like that. That's coming through. For some of you, if you have already tapped into this money type energy, they have like an admiration of that, and they want to learn how you succeeded. They want to learn how you woke up to your talents in business, how you woke up to your talents with wealth, how you woke up to those talents where you were able to succeed so easily, right? So that's something that this person is attracted to you, but they're attracted to you. We also have syncing numbers here. We have 29 for the Giraffe Spirit and 29 for Awakening Genius, which means this connection is more like you're both coming from the same place and you're seeing each other as that completion point with the 9 there. It's like you're both coming from that 2 perspective, right? Where when you meet people like this, there's definitely going to be a chemistry of like, I want to spend alone time with you. I want to get intimate with you. I want to have that kind of dialogue with you. It could also be with the Pentacles here, like a business partnership, like someone who's physically attracted to you, but they also want to like work business, or they want to mix business with pleasure. You know, I'm looking at this lady's outfit, and it's like definitely like a business and pleasure kind of vibe, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this person really wants to like do practical stuff with you and like stuff on the physical plane and like business stuff with money and stuff like that. And then they also, on top of that, want a romantic connection, right? That's someone who's attracted to you. It's like, this is the type, right? If you're in the world of business, or you meet a lot of clients, or you're meeting people like this often, and you meet a lot of types that are kind of always surveying the environment, or they have to do something with surveying in general, this could be the type of person that is attracted to you. With 9 being the secondary number here, right? Where you guys want that intimate connection with the 2, 9 represents a completion. It means that you're looking at this person the same way they're looking at you, as something to either complete a project or a practical endeavor, or complete like your love life, you know? Like this is the final deal. It's like with that 9 there, it's like looking at someone who you really want as a lifelong partner, you know? And so I definitely see that you are probably just as attracted to this person as they are to you, this particular type. So yeah, let me see what else I can see here. We also have the 9 of Pentacles. We have triple 9s here. So when you're around this person, if you're seeing 999 or you're seeing lots of 9s, it could indicate that you're going to meet a person like this soon, or that someone like this is going to come into your life and make their feelings known, something like that. Or they're going to approach you about a business project or something like that. I'm really seeing like business mixed with pleasure. So it's one of those things where I can see a lot of people who have like, they're attracted to you, but they are also like have money goals on the mind, or they have money on the mind, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, this next type of person that's attracted to you, this cow spirit person. Okay, this cow spirit person is a type of person that really wants to take you out of your environment and like create a little haven with you, and kind of, what's it called? They want to escape the rat race is kind of what I'm seeing, is kind of how this person's coming through. Very different than person A, where they're like, want you to like expand your business qualities and get involved and stuff like that. This cow spirit person is someone who kind of wants you to rest and recover. And they kind of see you as this person they can really relax and recover with, right? First of all, you guys seem very multifaceted individuals as far as like why they're attracted to you. I wouldn't be surprised if people in your life constantly are telling you to be a certain thing, and you're like, that doesn't even feel like who I am. Like, I feel like you guys have that personality where people are probably telling you all the time, like, oh, you know, you would be a great like performer, and then you're like, I've never been on stage in my life. Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, or there's some kind of effect where like someone's probably like, you know, it's just like people, you have that personality where people easily project what they think you should be onto you, right? And maybe for some of you that's really frustrating, but the thing is, I'm seeing so many different sides of you, or this other aspect of you could be you're very multifaceted, right? You could have like signs of like potential for a lot of different talents, right? And maybe your thing in life is just trying to figure out what you want to do or what you want to focus on at any given time, right? And I just see a lot of potential talents, a lot of potential pathways. With these types of people, it seems almost like a lot of different types of people, a lot of potential types, as far as like romantic partners and what they could provide, stuff like that. With the cow spirit person, this is the type of person who, with the miracles are endless, they believe in like the miraculousness of everyday life. With the time machine here, they're also, how do I put it? They're kind of focused on the present moment, but at the same time, they want to take themselves out of the space-time continuum. With Four of Swords here, with this rest card next to Time Machine, it's like this person, one thing they like about you is they feel like you and them could just separate from the rest of the universe, and it just be like this world where it's just you two, right? This person kind of wants to get you alone and rest, and they want to recover with you, right? This person definitely thinks like you work too hard. This person thinks you like do too much, like you're just too involved. And this person wants to just like, okay, we're going to stop working. We're going to stop being in the rat race. We're going to stop trying to set goals. We're going to stop trying to focus on the past. We're just going to be with us in this special little place. They might want to, this is like someone who could be like a homebody. They might want to stay at home with you a lot. And they don't want to pay attention to what's going on in the world. You know, if there's something going on that has to do with time, like if you bring up something like, oh, the world's not how it used to be, they'll be like, don't talk about that, right? This person very much wants to live in the present moment and not pay attention to how things have evolved over time, which is okay. I mean, you can live there and still exist in the world, but for this person, I'm getting a very like extreme type of someone who wants to stay in one particular time and just sit there with you, right? The other way this could manifest is this person, like I'm literally saying, because the Four of Swords, he's resting in bed, and the Time Machine, this person might want to role play with you different time periods. Like they might want to have like I'm trying to think of different time periods. I don't know what the time periods are called. That's the problem. Like, okay, so in America, we had like the Revolutionary War, right? They might want to role play like outfits of that time period, like in the bedroom or something like that, or role play, or they might have a way of speaking that's like taken out of their time. That's something that could definitely be coming through with them speaking a certain way that has nothing to do with the times they live in, because they're so divorced from the continuum of time itself, right? They're just kind of their own person who speaks their own way, and it never changes as time goes on. It's like no matter what happens with slang and different phrases and stuff like that and different things in our collective, they kind of stay the same as time goes on, right? They kind of are indifferent to societal changes and stuff like that. With that said, this person with the miracles are endless believes that they could live in a very magical world with you, right? They believe that you are kind of like a miracle in their life. So if you like that type of person where you kind of like, yes, take me out of the space-time continuum, let's just be in our own little world and not do anything else, this person will be really good for you, because this person is also going to make that a very magical time, right? Make that a very magical time, you know? They're going to make that a very magical moment, you know? Even though they want to extend the moment for eternity and just be in that one moment, it might get old with this type of person. Like this person might be fun for you guys. You might encounter this person also in different shapes and forms. Like one thing that I'm seeing is you might encounter this person, you know, and they might be very different personality types, but the common theme is the same. Where for this, it's like someone who wants to take you away from society, spend time with you in a cloistered little room or something like that, and let time fade, like go by you guys without you paying attention to it, right? That general theme could come up over and over again, but this type of person could be different, right? You could meet a person at work that is, you know, a wild, like, you know, impulsive type, and they want to do that with you. Or you can meet a shy and reserved type, and they want to do that with you. The main thing is that they're attracted to you because they want to pull you out of the time thing and like out of the rat race, essentially. Yeah, I think that's about it. And those moments are magical. I think these people are meant to come into your life just because if you do engage with them and you do choose to take that time out, it could be a really nice vacation, right? It's like that stay-at-home vacation that's like really, really nice, you know? This would have been a great person to date when COVID happened, definitely, you know? Because like when we were all stuck inside and stuff like that, and COVID like was running rampant over the world, this would be a great person because you would have a really magical time, just you and them by yourselves. But it's one of those things where it's like, when COVID ends and we have to reemerge with the world and we have to engage with the world again, this person might not like that if you do that. Or they might feel like that signals a relationship ending or something like that. There might be conflicts there if you get into a more long-term partnership with this type of person. Let's get into dragonfly spirit. Okay, this person is really interesting. With dragonfly spirit, we have a 22 here. And we also have a 42 here, which I think with the 2s at the end of the number, it means that you guys have the same end goal. It's like you have the same end journey is with a relationship with each other. It's just that in the beginning, there's difficulties. And so this person is the type of person who, with smoke and mirrors here, they think there's more to you than meets the eye. So one reason they're attracted to you is because they have to kind of discover the truth within you, right? It's like you represent a mystery to this person. And one of the reasons they're attracted to you, this dragonfly spirit, is because of your mystery, right? With truth transcends illusion, they're trying to break through your quote unquote illusionary facade, which I actually don't think you guys realize you have. You're like, what illusionary facade? I feel for you guys because honestly, there's a lot of people who project so much on you and like see so much. Like this person sees your business potential. This person sees you as like a respite from the world. This person sees you as someone who's like mysterious and puts on a front and like they need to tear it down is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. With the dragonfly here, I think that this person is going to get really intimate right away or want a connection right away or into deep conversations right away. And they're going to feel like you're not being truthful. They'll like say things in conversation, like this type of person, they'll say things like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, and you'll just be like, no, I'm saying what I mean. Like, and they'll be like, no, what's the deeper reason why you're saying that? Right. They're looking for the truth, right? They assume you have this front or this smoke and mirrors and they need to like wade through it to get to the truth, which in fact, you guys might just be being truthful with them and not trying to put on a front or anything like that. But they think there's something underneath the surface. This dragonfly person is very curious about hidden motives. They might even say things about other people. Like, I know they didn't mean that. I know they mean something else. So they might have a little bit of like, it's funny because they're looking so much for the truth, but I see them as being a little delusional because they're not taking reality at face value, which who knows, they might actually be onto something in general. Like they might actually be able to pick out truths that are unspoken and that people are really feeling deep down inside, but on the surface, they're presenting something totally different, But it's interesting because you guys are kind of like an exception to their gift, I guess you could say, because you have this okay, whether you realize it or not with smoke and mirrors, you do have kind of an illusionary outer persona, right? You're not trying to have one. I know you're not trying to have one, but it's just this kind of effect. You have this mysterious, like, you can project anything you want on me. Like it's almost like an adaptable effect too, where you guys kind of adapt to your environment, but it can cause you issues because people project certain qualities on you and they say like, oh, you'd be good at this, or you have this hidden talent. And you're like, I've never done that in my life, But this dragonfly person sees there's more to you than meets the eye. And that's the thing. That's where the end goal is good with this person. Because I think in the end, once you guys get closer and stuff like that, they'll be able to recognize the truth in you. And it's almost like one thing that I'm seeing is you guys might not recognize the truth in yourself. Which can also be confusing because it's like other people see so much in you. But this dragonfly person will definitely get to the heart of the matter and make you see who you truly are, right? This is someone who doesn't really project, right? These two people are projecting kind of aspects on you. And who knows, you may have good business acumen. You may be someone who wants to take a break from reality. But with the dragonfly spirit, they're looking for the truth inside you, right? They're not projecting, they're asking questions. They're not saying, hey, you're good at this. They're saying, hey, what are you good at? Oh, do you really feel that way? Oh, do you really believe that? This person is breaking down the walls that other people have put around you based on their projections, right? So this person is like finding that truth within you. So smoke and mirrors is kind of like a part of why they're attracted to you. They see you as someone who presents not how you are, And it's not that you guys are putting on a front, which I see when you first meet this type of person or when you've met this type of person before in the past and past people. It's like, no, I don't know if you're really accurate as far as like pointing deeper into my soul. Like, I don't feel that way, or I don't have something below that deeper truth, you know? But it's just like part of their initiating method. I think if you had more time with this person, you would develop into this sun connection where it's like the truth is illuminated. It's like the sun is illuminating what is beneath the surface, right? And they're shining a bright light on your core soul, right? Your soul, how you truly want to reflect yourself to the world and how you want people to see you. And you guys might not have a clear idea of what that is, but they are gonna get you to like figure that out, right? And remember, they're not like projecting, right? They're kind of, in a way, they project a little bit, because when they're looking at other people's things and they're looking at what the truth is behind other people's things, they are gonna go ahead and guess. But it's like with you, they're like they want to ask and figure it out. They want you to respond and you to answer, right? This is probably interesting because most people probably do a little bit of projection on you throughout your life, but this person literally wants to ask you what you want, ask you. And I think for you guys, it feels uncomfortable because you're not used to that, right? You're not used to someone being like, what do you want to do? And you're like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm always just doing what everyone else wants me to do. So with the sun here, I think once this relationship, if you decide to choose a type like this would be a type that I can see, a type coming into your life that could, how do I put this, become a long-term connection or something really long-term, like a marriage or a long-term relationship. Because I really see with that 2 at the end here, there's a strong vibe of like having the same end goal. And with it both being 2s, it's like having that relationship as the end goal. So I do think this could manifest into some kind of relationship. And with the sun here, it'll be a very happy, joyful relationship. I think that kind of initial uncomfortable truth seeking and kind of like conversations that are deeper than you thought, than you wanted, turns out to be this like really underneath it. There's like this sense of humor, and there's this joy, and there's this positivity, and there's this freshness, and there's this new beginning with this person. So yeah, this person is attracted to you because of that smoke and mirrors card, but this card's coming through not so much as why they're attracted to you, but the benefits you could get if you dug a little deeper with this person and got to the bottom of certain things and really were able to express more of your vibrant self. Like, I think this person also unlocks your sense of humor. It might be that you aren't able to express your sense of humor with too many people, and this person really understands your sense of humor. They really get it, right? And in that way, it lightens the load of their truth seeking just a little bit in the beginning of this connection. So yeah, I think that's, next we're going to be doing physical traits. I want to look over the cards real quickly to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Yeah, let's get into physical traits. I'm going to move these off the table and we will get into physical traits. Let me set those over there. Okay. Physical traits. So all the things physically that these people like about you, what about you do they like? Okay. So let's get these over here and let's split those. Oh my God, look what this person got. We just talked about them, so you guys will be fresh in your mind. But it says curious to see more. Of course we got that for them. So they're not even like, with physicality, like they want to like find the truth underneath the clothes, you know? So, okay, so with Giraffe Spirit person, let's start with them. Talking, this Giraffe Spirit person likes talking with you. They like conversation with you. They also like your neck, which is hilarious because they're a giraffe, but they like your neck. Hair. This person likes your hair, the way you style your hair. And this person also likes your ears. The Giraffe Spirit person likes your ears. Yeah, maybe talking with them, they feel like they can uncover some things talking with you, like some hidden talents and stuff like that. Now, this Cow Spirit person has a lot of, okay, so touch makes sense. Like, this person also, when you're alone with them or they want to get you alone, they want a really intimate, like hands-on touching kind of experience, right? Like they want to constantly be touching you and caressing you and hugging you and loving you and kissing you. This person likes a lot of physical contact. They also like your nose. They also like your voice. I think this person wants to just embrace you with a big ass hug and like hear you speak sweet nothings into their ear or something like that. With natural, they like that you have a more natural look. They like how you are when you look natural. It makes sense this person wants to be at home with you because this person loves waking up next to someone, this cow spirit person loves waking up next to someone and them not having makeup, them not brushing their teeth, whatever. And they like that experience. They like that natural feel to people. They don't necessarily need you to like be dressed your best or whatever. Because remember, they want to fall out of time. They want a little vacation getaway where you can really be just relaxed in yourself. I honestly think with this cow spirit person, for a lot of you could really relax with them. And also movement. I don't think just because you guys are alone in the house together, the movement is going to be, it's interesting with movement and touch. They like the way you move in general. Eye contact. This person wants to look deep. This cow spirit person has some romantic, this type of person that you're encountering in your life has some very romantic feelings for you. If they got you alone, and then they have photos, which means this could be a little bit of a social media. Is this on the camera still? Yeah, it is. With photos, this could be a little bit of a social media stalking kind of thing where they're checking. This is the type of person who watches every single story. They like every single post. And they're commenting like, oh my God, you look beautiful. Oh, so gorgeous. Oh, beautiful, most beautiful girl in the world. Or if you're a guy, like, oh, stud muffin or whatever, And then they also like your nails, right? I'm gonna put that right next to photos. If you guys have nails, this is the thing with touch, nails, movement. Like this person likes that you have nails. So even though they like you really natural, there's something about your nails or even your natural nails, honestly. Like if you grow your nails out really natural and long or something and paint them or something, whatever it is, like they like your nails. They probably are into like deep scratching and like head massages and stuff like that. And they probably want you to just kind of like caress them with your nails, something like that. So dragonfly person, curious to see more. It makes so much sense. We pulled that right at the beginning because they really want to dig deep and see who you truly are. Like this person wants to uncover your true self. Eyebrows. This person likes your eyebrows. I think this is coming through. They like the way your eyebrows move when you're thinking about stuff. That's coming through, that maybe your eyebrows move when you guys think about things. Hands. Okay, so this person really likes your hands. They like your hair. They like your eyes. And they like your hips and posture. Yeah, this person likes your hips, your posture, your hair, your eyes, and your hands. Curious to see more makes the most sense. It's funny how the things they're seeing are like hips, hands, hair, eyes, posture, eyebrows. I also have cards in here that are like underwear and like taste and touch. So it might be that this person's a little distant with you in the beginning because they want to know you before they get involved in any kind of romantic or sexual affair. They want to get to know you first. Okay, so I'm going to end your guys' reading there. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you want to help out the channel, liking and commenting always helps out the channel. And with that said, I have one more announcement to make. I have an Etsy right now where I'm selling personal readings. I used to do it on my Calendly, and it was a PayPal only thing. It kind of, it was fun while it lasted, but I realized it's kind of like a nightmare because no one can pay for a reading unless they have a PayPal, and then that just gets really confusing. So I'm doing it on Etsy now, and the readings are going to be discounted while I have the Etsy open and I get it going and stuff like that. So if you're seeing this reading and you feel like purchasing a personal reading, feel free to do that on my Etsy. The link will be in the description box below. And other than that, I guess I will catch you guys in the next pick a card. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 4. This is if you picked the Prehnite, the one that looks like grapes. So let's get into your reading. Had to film this one a few days after the other groups. So just be aware of that. Anyway, so let's get into your reading. First, let's find what types of people are attracted to you. What are the types that are attracted to group 4? And we're going to be pulling a animal oracle card for this. So let's see. Oh, one flipped way off the table. So this flipped way off the table. I'm going to put it on the right side. So that one, magic works through you, scarab beetle spirit. Let's see. And we also have wombat spirit. And we have horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Be at home and magic works through you. These are going to represent the types. Okay, now we just need to get a what is this deck called again? Oracle of the Seven Energies card. This is a very Colette Baron Reed heavy reading, just so you guys know. But yeah, let's get 3 Oracle of the Seven Energies cards, 1 for Wombat Spirit, 1 for Horse Spirit, and 1 for Scarab Beetle Spirit. So we have our first one for Wombat Spirit, Spirit of Gratitude. Horse Spirit, we have an Imperfect Harmony. And Scarab Beetle, we have a Higher View. Then I want to get a tarot card for each to pair with each of these oracle cards, and then we'll get right into your reading. And I have to remember to do physical traits. I forgot for one group, so if I forget for this group, I will make sure to add a little extra segment in, and I will pull physical traits. You guys will not go. You will not go left without physical traits. Okay, so let's get. So we have the Tower here. We have Justice. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see if I can try to make these all nice. And okay. So give me a second and then I will get into your reading. Okay. So the first person who's obsessed with you with Wombat Spirit here, it says be at home. And I'm taking that quite literally for this person, where I feel like the first type of person that is obsessed with you, you guys attract homebodies. Okay, I don't know how adventurous you are or how much you like to stay at home yourself, but you attract homebodies. You attract people who want to be at home, cozy up, and watch a movie. Like, that's the type that you attract. And I think it's going to be hard to meet this type because a lot of them are at home. But when they do run into you, this is the type that's attracted to you. They're attracted to you because there's a feeling of like, oh, like how do I put this? It's like they're attracted to you for other reasons, but part of it is in their inherent nature, right, of being a homebody. So they're attracted, they're going to want to be at home with you. You're going to meet a lot of types that are, you know, you might know the person for like a week or two, and then pretty soon they're going to be starting to set up like home dates, right? Like, oh, let me cook you dinner at my house, or how about we go back to my place and watch a movie? Or there's going to be a lot of like things centered around their home because they're very focused on like nesting and their home. I think also with Wombat here, I feel like this person's very protective. I can't remember if Wombats are protective or not, but I'm feeling a strong protective energy from this person. So I feel like this is the type of person who's not going to let outside things encroach on their private life, right? So for example, if they're at home, they definitely turn their phone on silent so they don't get notifications if they're doing something else that's really peaceful and for themselves at home. This is the type of person who really values their home life and doesn't like interruptions. So for example, if they're at home, they're not going to be answering the phone every 5 seconds and talking to someone else outside the home. They're very focused on what's going on inside the home in that current moment. I think this person likes relationships where they're very one-on-one. I don't know if this person fares well in groups. They may. If they do like groups, they would be the type to invite tons of people back to their house, right? They seem a little more private than that. Like they wouldn't have like the whole neighborhood over for a party, but that could be very well the case for some of you, that you attract types that are very homebodies, but they're always trying to get people over to their house, right? They want everything to happen from the home base. The reasons why they're attracted to you with Spirit of Gratitude and Tower here, they see you as someone who's been through a lot, right? They see you as someone who's kind of like a tortured soul, someone who's been through a lot, someone who's had a lot of pain, someone who's had a lot of destabilization. I think they see you as someone who's had to, for a lot of you, this is quite literal in that you've lost a few homes in your lifetime. Like it's almost like you guys have been displaced from a home. So for example, you could have had like a major fire at a home and then you weren't able to rebuild. You had to move and you had to go somewhere else where you live somewhere else completely. Some of you could have had other things with your home, like maybe your home was flooded and there was irreversible damage to the structure or something like that. I'm getting strong vibes that you have had difficulties with like with your own structures in your life, whether that's like stuff you try to set up, like organizations, things like that. You have a lot of difficulties in that area, and this person sees that. But this is one of the reasons why they're attracted to you, is because they see that you've had a lot of frustrations, they see that you've had a lot of difficulties, and they want to provide a safe haven for you. So it's almost like, maybe with this person, if you ever mention something about maybe a big story in your guys' life is some kind of major destructive thing that happened to you, and you kind of lead with that, or you let people know about that. With spirit of gratitude here, I also think you pair this with the spirit of gratitude. It's almost like you've had these rough experiences and you pair it with gratitude. So I feel like for this person, or these people that are homebodies, this is kind of the attractive point to them, right? Like if you meet someone and they're really a homebody and they mention that in conversation, if you lead with some of your difficulties, like, yeah, I've really been through it a lot. I've had this issue, but it's made me very grateful. I feel like you're the type of people who say that all the time. It's like you're saying like, oh, I've had this destructive thing happen to me, but it's made me very grateful because I realized how good I have it in these areas and how this destruction can manifest in other people's lives. And, now my life is better. So because I've been through a lot, it's like you guys have like street smarts, or you have a chip on your shoulder, and you're very grateful for the lessons you've learned. And, yeah, it's almost like you guys don't wallow in self-pity. You're not the types to wallow in self-pity. You've had a really hard life, but you're very much like a thick-skinned, I think now you're thick-skinned. I think before maybe you guys were a little sensitive and you had to toughen up as life progressed. But with spirit of gratitude, I think you're very thankful for your experiences, even the tough ones. It's like you guys have reached a certain maturity that not a lot of people reach, A lot of people don't, and I think that's what's attractive to this person, is that sense of maturity, right? But a lot of people they kind of like realize that, how do I put this? Negative experiences to them, they feel them in the full effect because they're constantly rejecting them, right? They're constantly rejecting that negative experience, and therefore it strengthens it. What's that? It's like a phrase. I think it's like, what we reject persists, or something, or what we don't accept persists, or something like that. That's kind of the vibe the lesson you guys have learned, that like if something negative or destructive happens in your life, to accept it because you see it as this kind of lesson that's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a better person. And it feels like you guys don't, how do I put this? It's almost like you're not the types to complain. At least that's how this person sees you. Remember, these two cards represent how this type of person perceives you, right? So these people who are kind of like homebodies or stay at home a lot, they perceive you as someone who's maybe had a lot of experience in life. Doesn't have to be like experience from like traveling the world or anything like that, but it's like life experience. They see you as someone with life experience, and they see you as someone who is proud and grateful for all that life experience that you have. Quite literally, if you've had issues with your home in the past, like your home has flooded, your home has like caught fire, or there's been some kind of disaster to your home, or you lost your home, something like that, this person wants to come into your life and offer you a safe haven. I wouldn't be surprised if, if you're the types to do this, and if you feel a connection with this person, they've probably offered for you to like sleep on their couch or to stay over or something like that. I think these people have come into your life in periods where you've had difficulties, and they've offered their home as a sanctuary, right? That's kind of the dynamic that I'm seeing your karma playing out a little bit. It's like you guys kind of have had tough times, and maybe you needed a place to stay. And these are the types of people that are so attracted to you. They're like, yeah, stay at my place, stay at my place, hang out. Like, you can be here for a month while you get yourself back on your feet. And I also see that you guys are also really grateful for this person. It's like you have a gratitude for these types of people that enter your life, that it's almost like they come in a tough time, right? These people enter your life in a tough time, and you're just so grateful that they've come into your life. It's possible that one of these types of people, or a person in the future that happens like this, could become a lifelong partner, because sometimes when we have certain types of people, we can end up marrying one of those types. But overall, this is a type that's very attracted to you. And because of that, they're attracted to wanting to help you. They're attracted to wanting to take care of you. And they're like this with their home environment in general. They're looking for people to nurture and shelter, right? I think this is the type of person who most likely, if they have like pets or something, they like to take in strays and nurture animals, like small animals back to health, something like that. This person has a very caring kind of vibe. If you have a friend like this or a past lover like this who always took in animals that were hurt, or kind of like let people stay with them for a while because they were like down on their luck. That's kind of the vibe here, and that's kind of why this person's attracted to you. So especially if you're going through a tough time, this type of person's going to show up. They're going to show up and they're going to make an offer. That's kind of the universe's way of just saying you're safe through these transformations, and that even though you're supposed to learn lessons and deal with hardships in this lifetime, that's part of your karma, is to deal with kind of like hardships, essentially. Maybe not for the rest of your life. Maybe you've already gone through most of this period where you've dealt with hardships, right? Maybe you are out of this neck of the woods, right? And this person who offers you support could just be listening to past stories, right? Past stories that are not going to happen again, but that you're grateful for, and they kind of see you as someone who still needs care and consideration because of those wounds. But yeah, this person definitely wants to like reach out to you. And like offer their space for you. You know, this is the type of person who just wants to provide that shelter, right? Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the horse spirit now. So, wow, okay, so the horse spirit person, I thought this person was a good match for you, but the horse spirit person, we're seeing a lot here. First of all, we have 4 master numbers in this sequence. I mean, you can argue with me in the comments if 33 is a master number. Sometimes, and honestly, personally, I don't know if I agree that 33 is a master number. I know a lot of people think it's a master number in numerology, and a lot of people don't think it is, and it's like one of those debatable numbers, but I'm taking it as a master number. I honestly take any double digit, like any one that's can be subtracted by 11 to a core 0. So for example, 33, 44, 55, you have those numbers. Like, I guess, what would you call those? Mirroring numbers? Yeah, it's kind of like with Freedom is Yours, with the 33, the 11, and the 11 in the Justice card, you have these kind of like, what are they, palindromes? Is that the right word? Anyway, you guys can correct me in the comments for sure. But yeah, with Horse Spirit person, this is someone who is like so into their freedom and roaming around. And this is the type of person who is very free-spirited. Also, they respect your free spirit too. I think this is the type of person that you can kind of like, if you think of horses, like free horses in the wild, just like running through the fields, right? Like galloping through the fields. And it's very much that kind of energy of just like joy, expression, happiness. And this person provides all those things, and especially freedom. This person really cherishes their freedom. They really cherish the fact that they've set their life up where they can do anything they want. And they don't have to worry about, obviously you still have to worry about consequences, right? But they don't have to worry about too many consequences because the way they set their life up, they have total freedom. This person might brag about that when they meet you. Like, yeah, I really don't have many responsibilities. I can really do whatever I want. Like, I am so free. Like, I'm free from the man. I'm free. This person might have a little bit of a hippie kind of side to them, or kind of like a bohemian side to them. They're like, I'm free from the man. I can do what I want. Like, I really can just go wherever and do whatever. I can travel wherever. I have this ultimate freedom, and I'm never going to relinquish that. That's like my birthright. And this person's really proud of that, right? That this type of person that comes into your life is someone who I see you guys is so beautifully harmonizing with, right? We have imperfect harmony here, and just the master numbers alone, I think this is someone who, if you get together with them, there's like great ability to manifest things, right? Great ability to manifest a future with them, great ability to manifest anything. Even if you have friends that come into your life that are very freedom focused and very much all about their freedom, don't like to be chained down, don't like to be shackled, this person is like, they could be scared of imprisonment, but I feel like they really know how to work the system. They know how to work life in general. I don't want to say the system, but I'm saying the system too, because I'm seeing a few of them are like really into like living off the grid or away from government, or they have like little hacks, like legal hacks, where they don't have to like be enslaved to some kind of system or something like that. Not that what they do is illegal or anything like that. I don't really see this person as like breaking the law necessarily, or like doing anything unethical. I think this person has a solid sense of ethics, right? Especially with justice here, I think that the law plays into a big part of this person's life, and legal things play into this person's life. But the way they navigate those things, they have ultimate freedom, right? Like they know how to maneuver around rules and stuff like that. And this justice card comes in a little bit in your guys' connection because one thing they're attracted to you by, well, first of all, the main thing they're attracted to you by is in perfect harmony. You guys just hit it off great. Like there's a feeling with this person, you guys hit it off. You laugh at the same jokes, like they laugh at your jokes, you laugh at their jokes. There's a feeling of just feeling comfortable in their presence. I think with the music notes here, you guys people like this usually have the same exact taste in music. You're the types that can like be in a house or in a car or like go out to a club where there's a certain band playing and you both thoroughly enjoy the same type of music. That's something that's coming through. I really think you guys could make music together too. I think that you guys would harmonize if you ever started a music group or a duo or something. If one of you sang, one of you played the guitar or something like that, or one of you did vocals, the other one did mixing or something like that. There's a feeling that this type of person who appreciates ultimate freedom would be perfect for an artistic endeavor. But with justice here, this is kind of like a little added effect to this connection. This person and you, even though you guys can manifest whatever you want, there is a little caveat, there is a little catch, right? Karma plays a big factor in your guys' relationship, right? So for example, if you do act unethical, you are going to get the effects of karma in this connection. And it's like you'll both experience, with the master numbers here, you'll both experience those effects and you'll be aware of it together. It's like, if there was like a twin flame for karma, that would be this person. It's like when you're going through something shitty, they're going through something shitty, right? And it's like you both can relate. And so in that way, you both navigate your lives in a very parallel fashion, right? So the good thing about that is that when shit hits the fan and you guys, something bad happens, this person's always there to bounce ideas back off of, right? Like the way I see this person is like, if someone broke up with you, they would have their partner breaking up with them at the same time. And the cool thing about that is you guys get to commiserate. You get to be like, yeah, doesn't it suck, this feeling? And don't you feel, that it's kind of like, with having someone who's so similar to you and going through the same experiences at the same time, you're able to really heal through those experiences at even a faster level. I also think with the heart here, there's a lot of compassion in this connection, right? And I don't think bad karmic things happen to you guys that often. I think actually with both of you being together, there's a feeling of bolstering each other up more than like negative things happening. It's just that if you both overstep your bounds or you do something together that's unethical, because I really see this person because of the freedom thing and like just in general, the perfect harmony. I can see you guys getting so hyped up on each other's energy that like this type of person, it's like certain people come into your life and they just hype you up and you hype them up. And maybe you guys do some things that could be like, you could get into like certain illegal things if you just get carried away, right? And you might realize this. You might realize like, oh man, I realized like me and my friend, like we did this bad thing and like this really sucks. And I didn't really want to do that. And you might talk to them later about it, like say like, hey, like, didn't that kind of suck? Like, why'd we do that? And they'll be like, yeah, I don't understand why we did that either. It's just this, you kind of go on this roller coaster with this person where you guys get caught up in your fun energy. And because you're having so much fun, you could overstep certain bounds, that for other people are issues, right? So just be careful of that. And justice is saying that you will learn those lessons and it'll be very clear and obvious. So for example, say you guys do something together and you either break a law or do something slightly unethical where someone else's feelings get hurt. What's going to happen is that something will happen to both of you in your lives pretty much at the same time. And you'll learn those lessons together, right? Life is a learning opportunity. And, I really feel that like even people who do negative or bad things can have a form of redemption if they learn their lessons from those negative bad things, right? So sometimes it's not always in this lifetime that people learn those lessons, but I see for you guys, you have that kind of good relationship with karma, with justice, where you will learn those lessons if you guys step out of line. And part of it is the journey, right? Part of it is the journey for you and this person or this type of person, right? This person's giving me strong, like best friend, like laugh your ass off into like long hours of the night, night vibes, like slumber party, staying up. Like this person is giving me vibes of like being a kid again and just being in perfect harmony with each other. Like you guys are always on the same page, right? And in that regard, it can be an issue because it's like, when you need that person to stop you from doing something stupid, this person's like on the same page as you, so you're both doing it. You know, it's like, this is the type of person who's like, yeah, that's a great idea. Like, let's gamble like all our money away tonight at the casino. Like, and you're like, yeah, great. And then once you guys learn that lesson, it's like, oh shoot, we lost all our money. Then you like learn this lesson and maybe you have a harder time paying for food that week or something like that. And you guys both learn that lesson together, right? So no matter what befalls you, right? Because, I'm seeing you guys have had difficulties with the Tower card. And it's almost like this wombat person is there to pick things up when things go off the rails, is the vibe. This is the type of person who picks the thing up. This is the person you're like getting into trouble with, right? This is the type you're getting into trouble with. But I'm seeing this horse spirit person is so much fun. I think if you guys just watch out for doing things that are unethical, if you kind of keep that in the back of your mind at all times, you can have so much fun with this person, right? And like I said, they know certain things about the law. They know certain things about laws, legalities. They know certain things about ethics where they know they've set their life up where they can have freedom without encountering those things. It's not that you won't encounter them. It's that they're learning that too, right? You guys might be learning that as well, right? With the Justice card here, it's like you both are learning the cause and effect of your actions, right? Justice is very much like a cause and effect card, right? So you're learning the cause and effect of your actions. But honestly, the whole time it's going to be a blast. Like, it's not like it's like that painful. It's like you both might have some misery at some points, but it's when you guys communicate about it, it's like it quickly turns into laughter. Like you guys pick up the lessons really quickly with each other. And in that way, you're great for learning these lessons together because it's like you guys pick it up at the same time. You know, it'd be a lot harder to do these lessons alone and go through it alone and not have anyone to talk to or you could relate to who's going through the same thing. So you guys are very lucky to have this person in your life. They're very much mirroring you. You very much can manifest lots of things with this person, especially with your positive vibes and your sense of humor. I see you guys having so much fun, honestly, with this type. So I say that's a good relationship. You just have to be aware of going overboard with the ethics, right? That's the only thing, right? Or breaking the law or whatever. Like you just have to be careful of that because if you guys get carried away and just having so much fun, you could get into this kind of rebellious spirit where you like do things that are a little, I don't know, some people could frown, right? So just be aware of that when you're in this connection. So let's get into Scarab Beetle Spirit. This one's really interesting. This one's really interesting because okay, I'm going to point out some numerology here for you guys. Higher View, this card has a 41 and Scarab Beetle has a 52. This is like an ascending number. It's also, if you subtract 11 from 52, it turns into 41. So we got that 11 energy here again, which is a very magical, kind of powerful number when it's in any form, like 33, 88, 55. I think even like 121, is 121 11 and 11? I think it is. 11 times 11 or something like that. Anyway, any number that's like you can subtract 11 consistently and then get to 0, that's one of the numbers that I'm referring to. But because you can subtract 11 from 52 and get to 41, that's the distance between these numbers, which means that this person you also have a very magical connection with. Here's the thing. This type of person that's attracted to you, I don't want this to sound like rude or disrespectful to them, but it's kind of like with Higher View here, you guys are seeing things from a certain perspective where you almost know what's going to happen to certain people in your environment. And it might even be that you manifest certain things through other people because we have magic works through you. And I'm seeing that as this person. So there's certain people that you guys have the ability to wish certain things in your life, and you have in essence little foot soldiers, and these foot soldiers like do your bidding. Like it's like I did a reading about this recently. I don't know if it's posted yet, but it talks about people getting stuck in like slipstreams of positive energy. It's kind of like that. It's like you guys project a certain energy and other people get caught up in the energy you're projecting and start acting out things. I mean, that's how it is for like everyone really. It's like you can emit a vibration with your thought out into the universe and say that thought, like you can imagine like physically traveling too. It's like that thought's physically traveling outside wherever you were, going onto the street and into the crowd. And a few people in the crowd will pick up on that thought and start having a conversation about that thought. Or they might not realize they're picking up on your thought, right? But they're just having a conversation about that thought. Or they start asking something, or like, say you're angry in a certain situation, you send out an angry vibration, or you're feeling frustrated or something, you might notice someone outside yourself like shouts or something like that. Oftentimes that happens a lot with certain like homeless people, you know, they're picking up on certain vibrations and acting out those vibrations, right? And so sometimes you can see that with certain people who seem a little like not in control of their feelings, right? It's because they're like acting out certain vibrations and stuff like that. And it might not be a vibration of someone you think. It could even be a vibration from someone very far away, whatnot. But basically with this person and this connection, because you're the 41 and they're the 52, you're sending vibrations like, and this person's acting on your vibrations. Now, normally we don't see who acts on those vibrations, right? It's usually like a very mystical thing, right? It's like, I want to attract this lover into my life, and then someone introduces you guys, but it's someone you don't know, or someone is involved. It's like, there's not really a connection usually, but this is like being highly aware of who your foot soldiers are, right? Who are doing your bidding for like your magic and your manifesting and stuff like that. Specifically with magic works through you, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys cast a lot of magic or spells. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have a firm grip on the bigger picture here, or your community with 10 of Pentacles. There's a feeling of this person appreciating you because you have a firm grip on the whole community, the financial maturity and security of that community, and just in general, a higher view of what's going on in that community in general. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are just very aware of society. You have your finger on the public pulse, something like that. But this is a person who's working through you, right? So, for example, if you are in the mood to like have something happen to someone that you don't like or something like that, or that you do like, right? Maybe you do like a person and you want something good to happen to them. Whatever vibration you send out, right? This person is like doing your bidding. And this is a type that's very attracted to you. So you might find out that if you had beef with someone in your life, right? Maybe one time when you're not around, this person started a fight with them or picked a fight with them. And then you hear and you find out that this person picked a fight with this person, even though you're the one who had the beef with them, right? And it's like, whoa, I can't believe they did that. So in a way, this person acts as almost like a guardian angel, but they're kind of just, with magic works through you, they're doing the bidding of the magic that's working through their body, right? And that's the magic that you're sending out. So in a weird way, you have a connection with this person. You have a very spiritual, deep connection with them, but it might not be, what's it called? It doesn't have to be like 3D or personal, right? But these are also the types of people that are attracted to you, and they're mainly attracted to the magic you emanate. So they're not necessarily attracted to you or your soul. They may be, they could be, but they're mainly attracted to the magical energy that you emanate and give off, right? So a lot of these people, if they encounter you in real life and you're, how do I put this? Like, for example, if you do all your magic at home by yourself, and when you go out in public, you're just a normal person and you do everything in private, all your magic's at home. Maybe you have certain like planets in the 4th house or something, so all your magic's done at home, or you have parallels to like, you know, I don't even know what in astrology would be considered magic, but maybe there's like 4th house stuff or 12th house stuff where you do all your magic at home. Highly chances you won't run into this person, but they'll be attracted to your magical vibration. So for example, how do I put this? You could like hear about this person. For most of you though, here's the thing. For most of you, you're going to know who these people are because it's like you're meeting them face to face, and you'll find out that like maybe you like last week you had beef or got in an argument with someone. Then you find out that this person did something to them and you got your retribution through that or something like that, right? Or you met someone, right, who you thought was like a really good person, and you're like, oh man, I really wish that this person had like a good friend because I see that they're alone. I really want them to have a good friend, and like, I want them to be happy, right? You'll find out that this is the person who becomes that person's friend, right? Because you're sending this person energy and they're working off your magical energy, right? So you'll know who these people are, and it'll be one of those things where you might meet that person, that person that you wanted to have a friend. You'll see that this person, the scare beetle person, became their friend, and then you realize the scare beetle person's really attracted to you, or they're really drawn to you, or when you, how do I put this? Especially when you use magic. Like if you cast magic in public, or like say you think certain magical thoughts and you're projecting magical energy through your thoughts in public, then this person will pick up on that. Like when you have a certain powerful thought that you project, this person will look to you, or they will start moving immediately. They will start like it, how do I put it? They'll go into action, right? So even if you are, like you'll notice, like if you have a certain thought and you notice the people moving in your environment, certain people will either move into action or express that thought. And those are the types of people who are also attracted to you. I don't see necessarily like a really deep connection here on other levels, like on typical soulmate levels or typical compatibility levels. It's almost like this person is supposed to be seen as like a once removed, right? Because of that energy of like the 11, and it's like the transference between the two numbers. So I see this person as almost like once removed from you. You're going to know who these people are, but there's like a special like love through a distance kind of connection. And you could talk to these people, you could approach them and talk to them, but remember, they're mainly energized by the magic you emanate, your magical force that you push out there, like your magical energy, which, you know, you could tie that magical energy to yourself. If you wanted this one of these people as a partner, you could say, you know, a spell or something where you say, I tie my magical energy into my persona. I tie my magical energy into my appearance. I tie my magical energy into my charisma, whatever it is. And when you act and speak and talk, then they'll be attracted to you, right? Or they'll kind of reflect that in a way that's appealing, you know? So you could do that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to even use your magic for that. Maybe you would, I don't know. But you guys have that powerful magical force field, that magical energy field. And so some people are reactive towards that, right? They can react off of that and they do certain things to you. Magic, these people that are attracted to you, it's like magic work. They're attracted to your magic and your magic is working through them, right? With 10 of Pentacles, if they ever approached you, they would see you and perceive you, even if it's from a distance, as someone who has a firm grip on their community values. They perceive you as noble, wealthy, from a class of people that's probably above them, whether spiritually, whether physically, whether financially, or whether like relationally, right? Relationally means that you might be more popular than this type of person or something like that. So whatever it is, they see you as a high status with a high view of everything going on. And no matter what, these types of people will always have respect for you, right? That's part of the attraction, is they'll always have respect for you. That's why they're kind of like your foot soldiers, essentially, right? And yeah, I guess you could date one of them, but I'm seeing that like this is just a type that's attracted to you, and that specifically it's coming through that they're attracted to your magic, like how you operate and use your magic. So for those of you who do your most magical works at home, you're not going to really know who these people are, but these are the types of people that are the like foot soldiers that are working behind the scenes to get you certain things, right? So this could be specifically like, say you're trying to get a job. This is a good example. Say you're trying to get a job somewhere and you really want to work at this place, right? As soon as you put that manifestation out there and you're like, I want this job, I want this job, that magical energy is going to travel towards that workplace that you're manifesting, right? The one that's the perfect, even if you don't know what workplace it is, right? Even if you don't know what the job is at the time, the universe is interesting like that. It'll still send that thought wave out. And then when the person who the magic is working through receives it, they'll instantly be like, you know what? I hate this job. I don't want to be at this job anymore. And the thing is, it might be a natural impulse that they feel they have. And it probably is in alignment with their natural impulse. But this is one of the people who the magic works through them. And you might find out later, like, someone, you might meet someone and you might ask them, say something. You might say, oh yeah, I started this job here and I really like it. And they'd say, oh yeah, I left that. I didn't like that place. So there might be even a disagreement, but the magic was working through them to give you the job. They left the job to open up the position for you to receive it, right? And they're feeding off that energy. That could have been a really good thing for them, right? It's not that you made someone leave their job and they're going to be financially destitute, right? You're pushing them on a better path, especially if your manifestation is in an alignment with a positive direction. You can't go wrong with that energy, right? So this person could leave that job and get another job that fits them way better, something like that. That's kind of how I see it playing out. And ultimately, this person will respect you when they encounter you in person, right? And they're really attracted to almost like, I would say leadership ability, but it's more like your perspective about the community. Like you have a unique perspective about community, people, relationships, and they really respect that kind of attitude, right? So now we have to pull physical traits. So I'm gonna move some of these cards out the way and we're gonna get the physical traits of why these people are attracted to you, which is just why they're attracted to your body, essentially. So why are these types attracted to your body? And what parts of your body are they attracted to? Oh my God, that's so many. Okay, let's see here. Let's put these here. Okay. So this part of the reading is going to be pretty quick. So if you're, waiting for the reading to be over, if I went on too long for you. Okay, so touch wombat spirit, that makes total sense. They want to take you into a private space. Usually that's where most of the touching happens. So that's kind of something that they are curious about. They are curious about touching you. This person, this wombat spirit person, this homebody is attracted to your chest, right? That also makes sense. With Cancer's association with the home and the breast area and the chest area. They're also attracted to your neck. They're attracted to your ears. They're also attracted to your jewelry, which is really interesting. They're also attracted to your hair. And this wombat spirit person is also attracted to your abdomen. I'm seeing a lot of like things dealing with chest with Cancer, and then neck and abdomen with Cancer as well, and then neck with Taurus. I'm seeing kind of like symbolism of like the very I'm getting like a Taurus Cancer vibe for this kind of connection, whatever that means for you guys, right? That's kind of the vibe of that type of connection. So this horse spirit person is attracted to your feet. They're attracted that you're soft. They like your soft nature. They like your eye contact. They like eye contact with you. Okay, so for a lot of you, this horse spirit person, I was picking up friend, but they are attracted to your kissing. So if you ever make out with someone like this, like if you ever decide to start kissing one of these horse spirit persons, kind of like your twin adventure flame, it would be really passionate. Like it'd be really good. Like they like kissing you. And with all of you here, this person just in general likes all of you. Like this is someone who's so accepting of who you are. It's very much because you guys you have so much fun together, right? This person's also attracted to your butt. Wow. This person, maybe this is going to end up being your soulmate, someone that you are really like drawn to. It's funny I say that right after I pulled butt, right? Is this... Yeah, it's still in the shot. And then voice, they really like your voice. This horse spirit person really likes your voice. So you guys might do a lot of talking together, or when you do talk, they really pay attention to you. They're really entranced by your voice. Scarab beetle person is attracted to your tattoos. That makes so much sense, right? Tattoos are interesting because they can represent certain symbols we put on our body. Like the way I view tattoos is like if you put a tattoo on your body and it means something to you, that's a magical like talisman essentially. So if you're getting tattoos from people and you're putting them on your body, that's getting imbued with your own energy. And so people who are really drawn to your tattoos, that's another way to tell who these scarab beetle people are, that are kind of like gonna have deep respect for you and kind of enact certain things that are gonna work to your benefit. And that's the best way I can talk about them, right? This is the type of person, ultimately, who is doing things that are working for your benefit. No matter what they're doing, they're always doing things working for your benefit. You might not get along with them personally, and not in a way that's like confrontational, but you might not like think they're attractive or like really feel a deep connection with them, but they're always doing things that are working out in your favor. This is someone who's very useful. These types are very useful, right? And they will be attracted to your tattoos almost before they're attracted to you, is kind of what I'm seeing. It's like they won't mention you or like say something about you, but they'll first be drawn like, wow, look at that tattoo, right? Like, look at that tattoo and like, wow, where'd you get this? Like, this is such a cool tattoo, because they're attracted to the magical component of it. They're attracted to that magical energy. Also, if you wear other things, I know I'm going on a long time with tattoos, but if you wear other things like pendants, if you draw on yourself, if you go out one night and you just have a drawing or like even like a tattoo that's temporary, this person's going to be really drawn to the art that's on your skin and your body, right? Now it's interesting. This person likes that you're soft, right? So maybe you're very gentle with this person, but with tough here, this person likes that you're tough. This person likes that you're like a hard ass, essentially. With Scarab Beetle Spirit here, I think this person thinks you're very strong. With the tough here, they're attracted to how strong you are. And they're curious to see more, right? They're curious to see more. And maybe Scarab Beetle person, they want to see you in your underwear. I think that goes with tattoos too, especially my viewers who pick this file who have a lot of tattoos. And maybe you have some hidden ones. Like, I think this person wants to see you like in a way where maybe you're not fully naked, but like in a way where they could see most of your skin just to like observe your body, right? And even, I will put this out there, that could mean that yes, they're romantically attracted to you because they do want to see your underwear, right? This person wants to see the deeper side of you, I guess you could say. Anyway, I'm going to end your guys' reading there. If you want to help out the channel, please like or comment below. And with that said, I also want to point out that I am I'm pivoting platforms for my personal readings. I'm no longer going to have the Calendly, and I'm going to be doing personal readings on Etsy. I don't know if they're up when this video is up, but I just want to make that announcement right now. And I should have some kind of discount or offering them at cheaper prices right now than I would on my Calendly page. So they're going to be a little bit less expensive right now to get people in. And so, you know, you guys, maybe if you guys want to help me out with a review, that'd be great too. Anyway, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will catch you in the next pick a card. I had a lot of fun with this one, guys. So hope you did too. Bye. Hey, group 5 fingers for the 5th pile. Okay, so if you guys picked the Amethyst, this will be your reading. So yeah, let's get into it. What types of people are attracted to you? What personality types, what types of people do you attract to you? So let's get 3 cards to represent the 3 types. Oh, this one, we had 2 that wanted to pop out. We have Brown Bear Spirit and we have Antelope Spirit. Okay. And let's get one more card for you guys to represent another type for group 5 that is attracted to them. Take the top card here. We have Dove Spirit, Be Peace. Lovely. Okay. And then we're also going to pull an Oracle of the 7 Energies. They're not crystal cards, sorry. Oracle of the 7 Energies. Let's see what we have here. So we have Divine Matrix for Dove Spirit. Let's get one for Brown Bear Spirit. We have a Tall Tale for Brown Bear Spirit. And let's get one last one for Antelope Spirit. And then I'll pull tarot cards and we'll get into the reading. So let's get one last one for Antelope Spirit. We have Willing Release. And let's pull a tarot card for each of these types. So for Dove Spirit, we have Knight of Pentacles. For the Brown Bear Spirit, we have 5 of Wands. And for the Antelope Spirit, we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me take a look at this and I'll get into your reading. Okay, so this first person, this first type with Dove Spirit here, with Dove Spirit, this person, this type of person that really is attracted to you, you attract with this type, like a very peaceful type of person, right? Obviously it says be peace, right? But also besides this person is very kind. Because they're considered a flying creature, they like their freedom, they like their space, but I think that's why they're so kind to other people, because they want freedom from like rudeness, meanness, discomfort. They want freedom from aggression. This is the type of person who wants freedom from all sorts of things that could hamper their spirit, right? I think this person's really in tune with their soul. This type of person's really in tune with their soul or their inner soul or their inner like constitution, the inner way that they are. They're an extremely peaceful person. They're very, very kind. They're always nice to everyone they meet. This is someone where kindness is like their first step forward in any kind of connection. They're always going to start off with kindness. And in general, they're a very kind soul. I think it takes a lot to piss this type off. I can see this type really being attracted to you for your stable qualities, right? So if you guys chose group 5, there's something about you that at least this type believes you have a stability to you, what we see here with the Knight of Pentacles. They believe you have kind of like this vision for the future, right? Knight of Pentacles can talk about a vision because he's in the original Knight of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. He has a pentacle and he's looking at this giant plowed field, and it's like that pentacle's the seed, and he's thinking, okay, time to plant the seeds. I've plowed the field, and it's like all about harvesting and yearly cycles and timing and stuff like that. And also with Divine Matrix here, I'm thinking of the Matrix, like the movie The Matrix, and how there's this whole concocted system in the Matrix, right? And I think this person feels like you have a handle on the Matrix, or you have a handle on the aspects of life that are kind of intricately woven throughout all the practical realities of life. So this person definitely appreciates your groundedness, your practicality, your business sense. I also am looking at this city back in here and this person holding this pentacle, and there's this whole big city in the background, right? And I really feel like they feel like you have a vision for like communities or larger communities or cities or something like that. Like this person is attracted to you because you would make a great city planner or someone who works in government or something like that, governing cities or something like that. Another possibility, this person could be attracted to you because it's like, especially if you live in a city and you just moved to a city, this person is attracted to you because they haven't seen you around where they kind of go in the city. Like if this person frequents a certain cafe or coffee shop, and they usually know all the people that go there. If you're new there, this person's like interested in you because you're this new thing and you look practical, you look down to earth, or you have a business quality to you that is kind of stable and reliable, right? These types of people are just attracted to that down to earth quality. I think that people with this be peace attitude, where they have that sense of kindness about them, they might feel not as grounded as other people, and so they're looking for someone who's more grounded. It's kind of the vibe of like someone who is a water sign looking for an earth sign, something like that. Is kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this person. This type of person, they might be very airy or flowy, like air or water, and they're really attracted to you guys because of your earthy qualities. It's almost like you guys can ground them, is kind of what I'm seeing. And with 44 here, they really feel like you are a kind of divine connection for them. So, and this is definitely the type of person who believes in that kind of stuff. This is the type of person who, even if they don't believe in that kind of stuff, they're just so kind and peaceful, and they're in tune with higher spiritual wisdoms just because of their kindness to everyone, right? They're not the type of person who's going to be mean to anyone or anything like that. And with Divine Matrix, they feel like you have a handle on life. Like you know how to operate in this world to get the things that you need, the resources that you need. Especially with Divine Matrix here with this head, and this matrix is like behind this glowing head. I think they see you also as very cerebral in the sense that your mind understands the components of reality very clearly, right? And so they see this as reliability, right? That's the main reason they're attracted to you, is because of your reliability. I also see you kind of like helping this person with these things, but at the same time with Dove Spirit here, with the 21 number here as well, I really feel like on your end, you might notice this person is very like into a relationship or wants to connect with you right away. And then they want to individuate, right? This is the type of person who leads with the relationship foot forward. So they're the type of person who, on first meeting, they're going to present themselves as like very interested, very into you, very about you, right? And then maybe in like a couple weeks or in a month or whatever, after they've gotten to know you a little bit, they become aloof a little bit and they get a little more independent, right? So they kind of have this way of escaping situations. And this is not to say they don't like you. They could still very much like you. They're just trying to individuate for their own sense of inner peace, right? This person's very much about the Zen, about their inner peace, about kind of finding their own center, right? And so that's kind of the vibe here. So if you kind of notice this person, this type of person kind of comes into your life all of a sudden, they're super kind, super nice, and you kind of encounter these types a lot, like types of people that are really kind and nice to you, but then all of a sudden they're gone, or there's a period where you're away from them. That's kind of the connection you're experiencing with these people. So you might have a moment where this person comes back into your life and you guys reestablish a connection. But one thing that I'm seeing is this is a type of person who's kind of interested in you for a little bit, but then they maybe move on, or maybe they just need their own space for a while. And this is the type of person too, where this applies for their social engagements as well. Like they might be very social for 1 month, and then the next month they need a lot of quiet time to themselves. They need a lot of time to reestablish their equilibrium, right? But they really do feel like you have a divine understanding of how the quote unquote matrix operates, right? Especially if this person's watched the Matrix, they feel like you have like a cerebral intelligence over like the blueprint of reality. And it's interesting because they also see you as very grounded and practical. And usually I wouldn't combine these two together, but if I was, and which obviously is the case for you guys, you have this ability to be cerebral and understand the complex aspects of reality, but at the same time, knowing how to apply those in practical ways to get what you need in this world. So that's really cool. Let's move on to the next type that is attracted to you, the brown bear spirit. Okay, so the brown bear spirit person is quite interesting because they are the types of people who are always trying to get you to rest. They're always trying to get you to recover. They're always trying to get you to hibernate. We've had a few of these kind of similar themes in these readings of people wanting to take time out with someone or isolate with someone, something like that. That's been kind of coming up in a few of the groups. So I wonder if there's collective themes with, or collective energies with people watching my channel. Maybe there's a lot of people like this that are watching my channel that this kind of theme plays out in different ways, right? Because each way that it's come up in different groups is a little bit different than the last group, right? So than a different group. So this person specifically like wants you to relax and take time out of your daily life. This person in general takes a lot of time out of their daily life. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a theme here with these two types, with the dove spirit and the brown bear spirit. There's this vibe of like needing alone time. And so there's a lot of people that are really attracted to you that need alone time. The dove spirit person might need more alone time to themselves. The brown bear spirit person might want alone time with you. I'm seeing the paw print over their heart, the green paw print, and I'm feeling they have an abundance in heart chakra energy, very similar to the dove spirit. These are coming out as two distinct different types because even though they're very similar as far as people and types go, they're attracted to you guys for very different reasons. So first of all, the brown bear spirit person is attracted to your storytelling abilities with the tall tale here. They are attracted to everything you say. They are attracted to your voice. They're attracted to how you speak. They're attracted to the content of what you say. Communication is so entrancing for them. I don't even know if they talk back to you. Maybe they just listen all the time because they're so enthralled with everything you're saying all the time. But this person loves the way you talk. They love the stories you tell. If you're an artist, a writer, or you create stories, or you're a script, you make storyboards, or you're a screenwriter, or you do comic books, whatever the case may be, this person is so drawn to the stories you tell, right? So I would highly recommend, because it's almost like this is giving me an archetypal path of career for you guys. And this might be something that maybe you haven't thought about getting into, but it's possible you guys are very good storytellers. So you could have a career in like writing, whether that's scripts, whether that's storyboarding. If you're an artist, like say you draw things and you like tell stories with pictures, whether that's a storyboard, a screenwriter, this could just be an author of a novel, or like, especially if you find a novel too daunting, like a short novel or something like that. But overall, this person's really drawn to your storytelling abilities, right? There's something about how you tell stories that's so captivating and moving. And I think this person's so fascinated by how your stories interweave with like plot twists, and they interweave with like different elements of like, with Five of Wands here, it could be conflict or different things like that. This person is just so entranced by the stories you tell. With the tall tale too, they have this kind of attitude with you where they don't know if the stories are real or fake. So maybe some of you guys have like Neptune in the third house or something like that, where your stories kind of like weave fantasy and fiction together, something like that. But this person does not care. They're just entranced by how you communicate. Completely entranced by how you communicate. With Five of Wands, this person also likes your competitive nature. You may have moments where when you're around this type of person, if you get into more of a competitive mindset where maybe they praise someone else or something like that, and you say something like, oh, I can do it better than them. Whatever the case may be, however your competitiveness shows up, they're kind of attracted to it, right? They're attracted to a little bit of jealousy. They're attracted to a little bit of like feistiness on your end is kind of what I'm seeing. And also with Five of Wands here, they're attracted to the fact that you're going to like battle it out with everyone else to like win their affection, right? Even if that's not necessarily the case in this situation, they see it like that. They kind of see that if you were loyal to them, you would fight out the competition to like keep them in your in the relationship with you. That's why they're attracted to you. So in a way, it's kind of like being attracted through loyalty, but it's like demonstrations of that loyalty, specifically through competition. So for example, this person is the type, the brown bear spirit person. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe they had crushes on a lot of different people, right? Or maybe it's something like that. There's something with multiple people coming through and battling it out to beat out the other people to get into a relationship with this person. So this brown bear spirit person is like, I think they crave loyalty and they crave that one-on-one connection. But the thing that I'm seeing with the Five of Wands here, it's very much like they know there's going to be people in their life that they're going to be attracted to, and those people are going to be attracted to them, and they need someone to fight for the connection. And so they're naturally drawn to people who are natural fighters in relationships, who specifically fight to keep the relationship intact, right? Like they're attracted to you because you push ahead and you're like, no, I want that commitment. No, like, I know you like them, but like, I really care about you and I'm going to fight for you, right? That kind of thing. Like this is the vibe that they're attracted to you because they're attracted to this aspect of you, right? This is the type of person, well, you're the type of person, right? Where you're gonna kind of tell someone like, you know what, like I like you and that's all there is to it. And I know you like me, and forget this other person, right? Like I'm the one that is going to be here for you. You know, you might have a way of like with the tall tale and Five of Wands, like undermining the competition by telling a story about them or something like that. And so your partner gets to understand why that other person is not right for them, or this type kind of gets to understand why that other person is not right for them in that way, and kind of gets a clear picture of why you're the best option for them in that case. I really think this is a really good connection, especially because this person I think is distractible, but they want loyalty, right? With 9 here, that's a really highly evolved spiritual number. I think this brown bear spirit, similar to the dove spirit person, well, the dove spirit person, I don't know if they're into spirituality. They could be. That's the thing. They have that type where they could be because they're so peaceful, they're so gentle, they're so airy-fairy, right? But with the brown bear spirit person, this is someone who's definitely like spiritual. And the brown bear energy is giving me like a grounded energy. So it's interesting how these two different types like different aspects of you. The dove spirit person is attracted to all your practical abilities, your visionary capabilities, but in a way, they're looking for that grounding energy, where the brown bear spirit person is actually more the grounding energy, and they're looking at you as kind of like bringing in the excitement, right? Bringing in the excitement, the fire, the passion. It's kind of giving me like water, air energy with the dove spirit, and then earth sign energy. And then the brown bear spirit is giving me like water, earth sign energy, and they're attracted to like fiery energy in you. So there's kind of this dynamic of that going on. With 3 and 5, this adds up to 8, and I do see 9 as a 1 step higher than the number 8. So it's like this person feels like they're above you in a way, or like that they know a little bit more than you. So this brown bear spirit person could be treating you almost like you're, I'm not trying to make this sound bad, but they're treating you like in a way that it's like you're 1 step behind, right? So it's like they're always 1 step ahead in the knowledge department, right? So when they're looking at you, they're looking at you as like, okay, this is how this goes, this is how this goes. And they could tell you stuff like that. And so part of the thing that they're attracted to you by is that they kind of are 1 step ahead of you. And this is something they might not tell you, this type of person, because, they're going to be so entranced with the stories you tell. And in that way, you guys are, 1 step ahead of them because you're always living a more exciting life than this person, right? This person kind of would take time out, kind of hides away, doesn't really do too much. They have a heart of gold, and I think they show their heart and their love in practical ways. But with a tall tale here, you really bring the excitement to this person's life, right? And you really have a way of letting them know who are the right people for them and not the right people for them based on that kind of competitive edge. You guys kind of see who the competitors are, and you know who is like, I don't know how you kind of know who's dangerous and who's not dangerous. And so this person appreciates that because they say they might have another crush, or they might talk to you about having another crush. If they might like you or are attracted to you, but they might have another crush, and you might tell them like, no, that crush isn't good for you. And you might guys say with the 5 of Wands, it's giving very objective level playing field energy. So you might say like, no, trust me, I'm going to be a better option for you than that person because that person is going to be blah, 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 blah. And it might even be a little game you guys play with their need to be like distracted. There's a feeling here with the tall tale and 5 of Wands that, how do I put this? It's like, it's just a strong vibe of letting them know that you are always a better option than the competition, right? In love, right? And it's interesting how this competitive aspect is at play here. And I think it's more in their nature to bring out that competitive side in you, but it also could very well be in your, like, I'm not seeing one or the other clearly, but there is a dynamic where one of you is affecting the other one and making you guys a little bit competitive, and they kind of enjoy that, right? They enjoy that aspect. They enjoy that fact that you guys get a little competitive and you're not afraid to let them know stories about other people to put yourself in a more advantageous position to achieve this partner in a relationship. And that sounds all very manipulative. It's not really. You're just letting someone know why certain people wouldn't be a good match for them, right? It just so happens. Like, and this also could be a way this plays out too, right? Like if this person doesn't want to commit right away and you guys are in this position of like, you know what, like, fine, if you don't have to commit right away, but I'm going to let you know anyone else that you're attracted to, I'm going to let you know their faults. I'm going to let you know why they're not a good person. I'm going to let you know why they're not as good as me. I see you guys as very much like self-promoting in this connection. And I really think this person likes that about you. They like that kind of fact of like, I'm going to be better than them because, I have this going on and they have this, and that just makes me better, So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially with this type of person. Some other people maybe that rubs people the wrong way, but like I see with this person, it's safe to be like that. And you'll know who this type is because they're like amazed by your stories. They're like, oh my God, that was the funniest story I've ever heard. You should tell me stories all the time. Like, do you have any other stories? Like this person's constantly listening to your stories. And one more thing I want to say too with you guys here with the Tall Tale and Five of Wands, you guys might be good, going back to this career thing, you guys might be good screenwriters, storytellers, authors, if you can manage the patience. I know I never can. Like, I don't know, like I've tried to write chapters to books before, and I'm definitely more of like a talker when it comes to communication. I've also tried to do like personal readings through written, and it's like my fingers hurt from typing. So I know it's not my thing, but like definitely if you guys have an ability to tell stories, even starting a podcast or something about your life or something like that, it looks like you guys have like tons of stories to tell, and that would be something that could be profitable in your life. Just a FYI, especially if you like behind the scenes stuff, writing a script or writing screenwriting or something like that, or storyboarding or making comic books or something could be beneficial. Let's get into this last person, the Antelope Spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is might be a quicker type to talk about, but maybe there's more to it. I don't know. We'll have to just keep reading and see what happens. But there's a main dynamic here where this is the last type that's really attracted to you. I honestly see one of these two types, the Dove Spirit and Brown Bear Spirit, being a more healthy connection. This Antelope Spirit, I'm going to tell you, might not be the healthiest because they're only attracted to you if you reject them. So this might be a person who hits on you. Okay, so let me put this clearly. This type will hit on you very actively compared to these two types. These two types are kind of, well, the Dove Spirit person hits on you pretty actively in the beginning, right? But then they're more aloof later. But this Antelope Spirit person with the two here is like super into relationships, right? Like that's all they're focused on, and there's no other part to them. So when they hit on you, it's like all or nothing, and they just keep focusing on you, right? So the Antelope Spirit person is going to hit on you and then either keep hitting on you. But the thing is, with the Three of Swords, I see you guys turning them down. And it's oftentimes this type of person, it's like, I feel like there's this type of person that keeps hitting on you guys throughout your life, and you keep turning this type down, and you know it's not going to work with them or something like that. And because you're rejecting them, it's making them want you more, right? With life is speeding up, I'm specifically seeing them feel like if they don't like get with you soon, or they don't ask you out soon, you're going to like pass them by, right? They see you as such a catch that if they don't like hit on you right away, then like you're gonna leave for forever. And I see that like sense of anxiety that they produce, and that sense of like quickness to their how do I put this, to their constitution, to their like their who they are, their feeling of having to rush in there to get something right away. It kind of repels you guys. I'm not gonna lie. And I see with Three of Swords here, they're attracted to you because you're repelled by them, which is not really it's kind of like they like the chase, and you guys are just kind of like not here for it, right? That's kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. You're like not really here for the chase. You're not really here for the, to like have someone chase you. I see you guys don't prefer that actually, which is making these two types more interesting, making these two types more meant for you guys. So I would even say if you came to this reading and you're the one who likes to be chased, this is not your pile. Like you're definitely the one, whether you know it or not, you are naturally the one to chase. You might not be in that role right now, but you might naturally feel inclined to that role, right? And so when someone is chasing you so aggressively, might I add, with this Antelope Spirit person, it's like you're very turned off. So willing release means that you're just instantly like, no, I don't need them. Or Three of Swords talks about them being heartbroken, and willing release talks about you just being like, no, I don't need this. Let it go. Let this person go. I see you almost have like a very carefree with willing release attitude towards this person. And that kind of, I want to say infuriates them, but it's more like it impassions them to want you more, right? It's like that what would normally infuriate someone in a love situation, like actually makes them a little more passionate towards you, or a little more intense towards you. I see too with the dandelion. I think these are dandelions, right? A form of dandelion. I've always heard there's like two flowers that are dandelions, and I don't know which ones are actually dandelions. Maybe they're both. But these little blow flowers, you know how you blow on these to make a wish? I don't know if you guys ever did that as a kid, but like we would pick these when we were kids and blow on them, and then blow all the white stuff off the plant. And that's what we would do to make a wish, right? I see that like wishing for this person to be gone could actually make an effect on them wanting to leave you. So if you're noticing a lot of these people, you have a lot of admirers, you have a lot of people who are in your space, but you're kind of like, I don't really like them. But they're around, I tolerate them. A lot of this could be easily removed if you just wish for them to be gone, right? Like, I don't want this person in my aura anymore. I'm kind of tired of this person. Also, I see too, these types of people, right? With this brown bear spirit person and this 5 of Wands, there's a strong feeling of like this brown bear spirit person being kind of intimidating, because remember, they're grounded in spiritual, right? And one thing that I'm seeing with the antelope spirit person is they're a little intimidated by this grounded energy. Remember, they're very fast-paced, energetic. The antelope spirit person is like, has so much anxiety that they have to, like they feel like they have to do stuff right now. And so the brown bear spirit, who's like very relaxed and very much like, I don't have to do it right now. I can take time out. I don't need to push ahead. I have all the time in the world, right? That's kind of like an antagonistic like energy to this antelope spirit person. So I think that having one of these types around, most likely the brown bear spirit person will kind of repel this kind of energy of those people chasing you all the time and wanting you all the time, and then you guys not really being into it. Remember, these are the types of people that are attracted to you because you broke their heart, is kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. And they're also the types that are attracted to you because they get in their head about their heart stuff. This antelope spirit person, they have a lot of racing thoughts as a type. And they probably seem a little, like scattered. And so with the 3 of Swords here, they kind of let their head rule their heart. If they were actually paying attention to their heart space, which I see this brown bear spirit person with this green paw over them, they have a really strong heart center, and they know heart-wise, like emotionally, what they want, right? They know what they want. Even though they get distracted by other people, their heart center is still the same. So if you appeal to them with those stories that you tell, they're always going to be aligned with you, right? This antelope spirit person, on the other hand, is very much their head rules their heart. And once they get into that space, they can get a little obsessive, right? With the 3 of Swords here, you have the 3 swords in the heart, and it kind of indicates that like, it's not a true representation of loving energy, right? That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a true representation of loving energy. It's almost like a mental obsession. That's not necessarily what the heart wants, but it's what the mind wants. Where this person has a glowing heart, and even if they're attracted to other people and the heart wants multiple people, you're the one telling them, kind of like reorienting them by the facts, basically, or by your competitive nature and how you're like shifting perspectives with all the different people. It's like this person can kind of see clearer after you explain certain things, right? Because the brown bear spirit person does, I think, have an open heart, and that comes with the territory. With an open heart chakra, it often doesn't just mean loving one person, it means loving all people, Same with the dove spirit person. They have a kindness that reaches out to all, They lead with kindness, the dove spirit person. The brown bear spirit person, I don't know, they might have a more protective energy over their love in general, but I do see that they are a lover too, This antelope spirit person is just in their head a lot, right? And they're not really connected to their heart. And so I do see that, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, they're going to meet someone who's connected to their heart space, and that would really balance them out, right? It will get them out of their thoughts and into their heart space, but that's not your job. I don't see that as like your guys' job. I see you as like with someone who's already open and receptive and willing for true love and true connection. I don't see you guys being the fixer of like, oh, you need to open up your heart and feel and be kinder and stuff like that. I don't see you guys as the types to like get people to do that. I see you as just receptive to kindness in others, right? Essentially. So yeah, and now we got to pull physical traits, right? Physical traits is next. So I'm going to move these cards off the table, and then we're going to get physical traits for these people, why they like you physically. So what do all these types of people that are in your life or coming into your life or have been in your life, what do they like about you physically? Oh my God, there's so many. I think each group gets more and more, maybe, I don't know. Wow, the dove person has a lot of physical things they like about you. Okay, let's get into it. So with the dove spirit person, the first physical trait they like is your eyes. They really like your eyes. They also like your torso. They like your smile. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I think your smile like recharges this person. Honestly, like the dove spirit person they need their independence every once in a while, but at the same time, like your smile makes them feel like they're alone in a good way, right? It makes them feel like they're in their own energy again. Ears. They like your ears. They like your butt. Okay, so they're definitely checking you out when they're behind you. Skin. This dove spirit person likes your skin. They like your style. I even feel like this dove spirit person is very stylish as well. This dove spirit person also likes your photos. This dove spirit person, I think, is very artistic, or they have a very artsy flair to them. I really feel like they have that kind of attitude about you, that they feel like you're like a work of art. We have arms. We also have figure. Yeah, this person's just really into your body. That's why we got so many physical traits for dove spirit. They're really into your body, specifically your physical appearance. And there's something about your physical appearance that screams reliability. And we got style twice. We have style twice, and we have nose. There's something about this dove spirit person who's really attracted to your physical body. If you are really into having someone want you for your physicality and how you look, this dove spirit person is that person, right? Because they're really attracted to you. And I really feel that they would be a good, I'm feeling like these two would be good matches. The antelope spirit person, I don't even think you guys feel like they'd be a good match. You can tell me in the comments what you feel about this person without being mean, right, guys? Like, let's not like trash talk people, but you can just explain in like a objective way why this person wouldn't work for you if you are relating to that. That'd be interesting to hear. But yeah, so this person is just very much into your physicality. They see that physicality as reliability. So one thing that I'm seeing with this dove spirit person is they might get close to you because maybe you give off with your physicality a very sturdy, reliable kind of energy. But then maybe when people get close to you, that's when they see what the brown bear spirit person sees, where they see your storytelling abilities, they see your competitive side, they see your ability to fight for what you want, stuff like that. Let's get with the brown bear spirit. Okay, so the brown bear person likes your eyebrows. So they might like the movement of your eyebrows. They also like your smile, right? We got smile and dove spirit. So your smile is kind of like helps these introverted types feel like they're in their own space again. Facial hair. So if you're a male viewer of mine, this brown bear spirit person likes your facial hair and curious to see more. That is so poignant with the storytelling that you guys have, right? This person wants to this person will always be curious about you. Even if they're curious about other people, right? They're always going to be curious about you. It's never like their interest is ever going to fade in you, right? Tough. They like that you're tough. They like your neck. They like eye contact. I'm going to put that up with eyebrows. They like your hands. I'm putting that with smile for no reason whatsoever. Okay, and they also they like your makeup too. So if you're a female viewer of mine or you're a male viewer that likes to wear makeup, they like your makeup. So this is kind of like one of those connections where no matter what sex you are watching this reading, or no matter what gender you identify with brown bear spirit, they're really going to be attracted to that gender that you want to be, right? Like if you're very, very feminine, they're really attracted to that femininity. If you're really, really masculine, they're really attracted to that masculinity. If you're gender fluid, they're really attracted to your fluidness, right? They wouldn't want it any other way, right? They also, now we're going to move hands out of the way. They like your laugh, right? So where this person, dove spirit person, really likes your smile and your smile lightens them up, this brown bear spirit person goes one step further and loves laughing with you. They find your laugh so endearing, right? Yeah. And with walk here, I think they like going on walks with you as well, but they also like the way you walk. So this is the type of person who might want to walk behind you. Like say you're the type that like speeds ahead and walks in front of people or something like that. With the walk here, they like walking behind you because they like to see how you walk. Now with the antelope spirit person, I know you guys aren't that interested in them, but I'm just going to pull what they want to see anyway. Underwear, yeah, this person definitely thinks about you naked first and foremost. And jewelry, they like the jewelry you wear. Antelope spirit person also likes that you're soft, right? Which is funny. I think we had tough with someone else. Do we have tough with someone else? Yeah, the brown bear spirit person likes that you're tough and they like that you're soft. So it's very interesting dynamic how this person likes that tougher side of you, which I think you guys are more comfortable being, where the antelope spirit person is kind of projecting this energy of liking your soft side, which I don't think you guys enjoy being in that role maybe. With legs here, we have legs. They like your legs. They like your hair. And they like your tattoos. So if you guys have tattoos, this person's really attracted to the designs you have on your body. Yeah, they might ask you about your tattoos too. Like you'll know this antelope spirit person because they're so energized and they're so hyper and they're just immediately going to ask you about your tattoos. Like, oh, what's this one? And what's this one? And what's this one? They might try to touch you too, like touch your tattoos. I don't know. You guys might be like, ew, I don't know. I'm getting the vibe you don't like this person, but whatever. This reading is about the types that are attracted to you, whether we like those types or not. You know, it's kind of good though that you guys got these two types. I see you guys getting along with these two energies, basically. Okay, so that's going to be the end of your guys' reading. And if you guys want to help out the channel, you can like or comment below. Also, I want to make a quick announcement. If you are curious about personal readings, I am starting an Etsy page where I'm going to be offering those. I used to have them on my Calendly, but you could only pay through PayPal, and it was really difficult to do that. It's like, so now that people can accept more forms of payment, hopefully more people will purchase them, or if they want to purchase them, they can. And with that said, yeah, if you guys want that, check that out. Otherwise, other information about me is in the description box if you're curious about other stuff about me. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next pick a card. Bye.